David, where are you right now? Can you please just get back here right now? This is an emergency, okay? I need you to come home immediately. This is an emergency. Get back to me as soon as you can. I'm serious, like code red serious over here.
Whoa, Sandra. What's going on? Is everything okay?
No! My water just broke and my contractions are starting. I'm about to have the baby. You did just say you were going to the store and you'd be right back, right? Well, I need you back here right now.
Oh, shoot. That's not gonna work. I can't come back right now.
What do you mean you can't come back? What's the matter?
Well, why are you lying to me about your contractions, huh? I know that you aren't supposed to be having that baby for at least another 10 days, isn't that right?
That was just the expected delivery date, but you know that it's normal to be off by a few days. Surely you've heard of babies being born just before or after their expected dates, right?
Wait a second. Are you telling me that you found out?
What are you talking about? Found out about what? Can you please just get yourself in the car back here as soon as possible?
Oh, shoot. Well, if you know, then I guess there's really no point in pretending anymore.
What are you even talking about? I don't even know what it is that I found out about.
Well, okay. The truth is that I'm on vacation with my ex-wife right now.
Excuse me? You're doing what right now? Is that supposed to be some kind of a sick joke or something? Because I don't find it funny at all.
Well, I guess to be more accurate, I should say that I'm meeting my wife for a vacation since we're meeting up there. But that doesn't really matter. What does matter is that we're going on a romantic trip together.
And when you say your ex...
That's right. Anyways, I've already gone through security at the airport, so there's no turning back for me now. So don't bother trying to come up with any other lies to try and trick me into coming back. After all, that's what you were doing just now, wasn't it?
Of course that wasn't what I was doing. I really am going into labor, David. You can't actually think I'm lying, right? This is really happening. You and I are about to be parents.
Sure thing. Whatever you say. Well, I guess I'll see you in a week. And when I do get back, you and I are gonna have a long talk about how it might be time for a divorce. Speaking of, I've left some signed divorce papers in the safe in my office. Feel free to fill them out and then send them off. It would save me the trouble. Hey, you little punk. Just what the hell are you thinking, huh? Your wife is about to give birth any day and you just ran off on a vacation with your ex-wife? What is the matter with you? I'm ashamed to have you as a little brother. Wait, Richard, is that really you? It's been so long since you and I have talked, and this is what you have to say to me after all this time? Wait, that's right, it's me. And I just don't understand how you could do that to your own wife. You know that her family lives so far away from where you guys do. You were the only person she had in hundreds of miles. You need to get back here right now and be with your wife. Wait, hold on. Don't tell me the only reason that I'm hearing from my strange big brother is because you fell for Sandra's lies. What the heck are you on talking about? What lies? You mean you really haven't figured it out? That's honestly kinda surprising. I thought you have been more clever than that. After all, you do both work at the same place. I thought you would have seen the truth right away. Maybe you should calm down and think this through just a little more, yeah? And then you can apologize for coming after me when you just fell for Sandra's lies. You seriously have no idea what you're talking about. I don't see how you can even try to deflect blame when you're the one who wasn't here when your wife gave birth. Instead, I had to stand here in your place? Wait, what? What do you mean by that? I mean that nobody has been lying to you, David. You've just been lying to yourself. Wait a second. Then, you mean that Sandra really gave birth? That's right. The baby was delivered about 2 hours ago, in fact. Oh, wow. Well then, this is just another reason to get a divorce then, isn't it? And just what do you mean by that? Well, this just proves it, doesn't it? The baby was born 10 days before we were told that it was supposed to be born. That can only mean that the baby that Sandra just gave birth to isn't my child. It's someone else's. Have you lost your mind? You can actually think that, right? No, just think about it. Now that I know she's cheated on me, this means that Mary and I can get back together and Sandra can't say anything. All my problems are solved. I really can't believe that you're seriously saying all of this. You're just ridiculous, do you know that? Who knew that 10 days could make such a difference? But it's all the proof I need. I don't even know what to say if that's how you think that reality works. You're completely crazy, do you know that? What do you mean? All my problems are solved. This is perfect. You know, Sandra showed me the text that she sent you the day she went into labor. You're either really stupid or just cruel. And just what is that supposed to mean, huh? Anyway, I'm kinda busy right now, so I've got to go. See you. Hey David, where are you going? We're not done here. Hey Sandra, are you there? Is now a good time? I just wanted to check on you and make sure that you're doing alright.
Oh, hey there, Richard. Thanks for asking after me. I think I'm fine, though. No serious scars or anything like that.
That's really good to hear. Do you mind if I text you for a little bit then?
Not at all. I'd be happy to talk. Although I'm guessing that you came here to talk to me about David.
I'm afraid that you're spot on. That's exactly who and what I've come to talk to you about. I'm sorry that we are having to have these conversations so soon after you've given birth. I can't imagine what you must be going through.
So I take it that that means he really did go away on a vacation with his ex-wife?
It seemed that way. Yes. I guess for some reason he wants to try and get back together with Mary.
Did he ever say why he wanted to get back with her so badly?
You have met Mary before, haven't you?
Didn't you know? Her and I used to be close friends when we were younger. We hung out a lot back then. And David would always come over to us and flirt with Mary. That's how they ended up getting married.
I can't believe that he would do that and turn around and marry you. It almost seems cruel.
I know it seems that way, but I was so lonely back then. And when David broke up with Mary, part of me thought it was because he was always secretly liking me.
It sounds that there were a lot of complicated emotions going on between the three of you back then. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
It's not a problem. I just thought I would give you the full story, or at least as much as I know.
Right, well, I do still have Mary's contact information on my phone. Of course, we never really interacted with each other outside of occasional New Year's card or something. That's actually the way that I found out she had remarried.
Oh, really? You mean that after her and David divorced, that Mary found someone else to marry?
That's right. They didn't even have a ceremony though. They just decided it was easier to do the civil service and nothing else. And the guy she married, well, she sure knows how to pick them.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, sorry. I would explain, but I actually have to get back to work right now. Thanks for talking to me about this.
Yeah, of course. I'm sorry to have taken up your lunch break telling you all those sad details.
No, it isn't a problem. Thanks again for sharing that with me. Alright then, I'm going back to work, but I'll come and visit you in the hospital soon. Then I can tell you about Mary's new husband.
Sounds good. See you then.
Sandra, are you there? Please pick up the phone right now. It's an emergency. I just wanted you to know that I love you so much and there isn't another woman in the world that I would rather be with. I mean, you didn't really think that I was gonna get back together with Mary, did you? You know that you've always been the only woman for me. I would never actually seriously think about leaving you. And Mary is overrated anyways. I'm so happy that I get to come home to you. You have to know that, right? So please, let's not talk anymore about divorce or any kind of nasty business like that, okay? I mean, it's not that anyone said anything about divorce, right? You know that I was just messing around when I said that. I didn't really mean it at all. But I know you know me well enough to know that, right? Hello? Are you getting these? Can you at least get back to me so that I know you're seeing them? Sandra, are you there? This is an emergency.
Oh, hey there, Richard. What's up? Is everything okay?
No, there's a lot going on. I had to leave work early and I'm in an Uber right now.
Hold on a second. I don't understand. What's going on?
Well, you remember how you told me about how my brother told you that he left signed divorce papers in the safe in his office before leaving for his trip?
Yeah, I do remember sending you that text and me telling you about it as well.
Well, I'm really sorry. But do you think that you could tell me the passcode to the safe so that I can get in?
Oh no, the safe is just all show. It doesn't even have a key to get in. You can just open it right up.
Okay, Dan. I just want to make sure it's okay with you that I used the key to your house that you gave me so that I could go and get those papers for you. Is that alright?
Yeah, I guess that's fine, but what exactly are you going to do with them?
I'm going to bring them to you so that you can leave David.
Wait, what? Are you serious?
That's right. I actually got a text from Mary. You aren't gonna believe this. But she told me that David had been stalking her and that her husband and another person in the office got a hold of him.
Wait, what? He was stalking her this whole time?
I knew there was nowhere that they would get back together.
What in the world is going on here? I don't understand.
I know this is a lot to take in at once, but I saw on Instagram that Mary was posting stories about being on vacation with her husband.
But I thought that she was there, David.
No. He bought a plane ticket to go all the way and see her, hoping to try and steal her away or swoon her or something.
I don't know what to say. Are you sure about all this? Because that's just crazy.
I know how crazy it sounds, but right now, I think your best move is going to be cutting all ties with David as soon as you can.
Well, if this is all true, then I guess there's no point in keeping up this sham of a marriage anymore.
Great. I know it isn't going to be easy, but you aren't alone. I'll be by with the papers as soon as I can. I'll fill you in on all the details when I get there, okay? Just don't say a word to David, no matter what he says. Sandra, are you there? Why aren't you getting back to me? Haven't you read my messages? Please, you're my wife. You have to get back to me. Don't you know how much I love you and miss you? I'm so sorry that I ended up going on a vacation with Mary, but it was just a coincidence. We weren't even actually going there together.
David, I just want you to know that you and I are divorced.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that?
I mean that I took out the divorce papers that you keep in your study, signed them, and sent them away to be filed. So as of now, you and I are officially no longer married.
Whoa. Hold on there. You just had a baby. You're still in a... What are you thinking doing this right now?
I don't see what the problem is. You had already signed those papers. All I had to do was add my name and the dates, and that was that.
But you can't just get a divorce while I'm not there. That isn't fair. It's outrageous.
If you didn't want this to happen, then you shouldn't have left those papers lying around the house and always threatening me with them. Anyways, this is all your fault. You left me no choice after all the disturbances you've been causing.
You mean that... You know? How did you find out?
That's right. I found out all about what you've been up to, and I just want to say that I want nothing to do with it at all.
Wait. Hold on. This can't be happening. I refuse to believe this is happening.
Well, it is, so you better start getting used to it, David.
Richard, are you there? Why would you do this to me? Why would you tell Sandra about what happened? And why didn't you tell me that Mary was married? I had no idea. Especially not that she was married to someone in the mob. If I had known that, I would have never even tried getting back together with her. And there you go again, making excuses for yourself and trying to avoid taking responsibility for your actions. Maybe you shouldn't have even been trying to get back together with your ex-wife in the first place. I don't know. I was being stupid. But I didn't want things to end like this. It isn't fair. What do you think about that? And so what's going to happen now that you've gotten in trouble with the mobster's wife? I don't know. I think Mary gave him my number though, because I've been getting some really scary text messages. Well, it sounds to me like you're only getting what's coming to you. I think having someone shake you around a little might do you some good, to be honest. You can't really mean that, right? You don't actually want me to go through that, do you? Well, if you're actually worried about anything happening, you can always go tell the cops that you're scared. But you'll have to admit to them exactly what it is that you did to get this guy after you in the first place. But then, what if they don't take my side? What if they're just gonna turn around and ignore me while I get beaten up? Please. You're really not gonna help your brother at all? Brother? I do not have a brother. You and I are not family anymore. Do you understand me?
A few days later, David and I's divorce was settled. He was forced to pay a huge sum in alimony for the stalking of his ex-wife, as well as child support for our baby, who he never even got to meet. As for David, he was pulled into a dark alley one night and did get beat up by Mary's husband and his goons. By the time help arrived for him, they had already disappeared and left David all alone. But after that, David got a text from Mary's husband telling him that they were even. Richard told me he still thinks that David got off too easily. I'm just happy to have him out of my life. As for me, after the divorce, I told my parents all about what happened and how I had just given birth. They flew out to see me and helped me pack up all my things. I went to go and live with them for a little while as I got back on my feet and got used to being a mother. Of course, it helped greatly to have my parents' help in taking care of my newborn. Although I don't talk to David at all, Richard and I still keep in touch and ask after each other often. In fact, he's even come to my parents' house to visit my baby and me. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Hey babe, I'm gonna go out drinking with my coworkers tonight, so don't wait up for me.
What? Why?
What do you mean, why? They invited me out to drink, so I'm gonna go drink. Simple as that.
That's not what I'm talking about. We had an agreement. We were going to sit down tonight to talk face to face about our plans for the future, Roy.
Did you not hear me? I said they invited me. Do you expect me to turn them down?
Yes.
Tell me, Michelle, who's the one providing you with the lifestyle you have right now?
What? I have no idea what you mean.
Okay, you're having trouble, so let me ask you another way. Whose name is on the lease for the lovely apartment you're living in?
Yours? But what's your point? We split both the rent and living expenses 50-50.
But it's my apartment. I am the one, out of the kindness of my heart, allowing you to live here.
Allowing is an odd way to speak to your live-in girlfriend.
Think about your position. Your parents are both dead. You have no siblings. In other words, if I ever got tired of having you around, you'd have nowhere else to go. You might want to think about that a bit before you start giving me any crap about anything.
What are you trying to say, Roy?
Oh, come on, Michelle. You're not that dumb. You know fully well exactly what I'm saying to you.
All right, then. I guess I'll go ahead and ask what I was going to ask you to your face tonight, right now.
What do you want?
We've been seeing each other for 10 years now, Roy. When are you going to start thinking about marriage?
Huh?
Plus, we've been living together for 3 of those years. I mean, you and I are both turning 30 next year.
Wait, do you want to marry me?
Again, we've been dating for 10 whole years. Our relationship is pretty stable, and we've managed to come this far, just kind of like going with the flow or something. But I think I've waited long enough. I want to hear it directly from you. What do you want from our relationship?
What are you getting so anxious about? I don't see any reason to rush into anything.
You might feel that way, but I don't. It's clear that we have very different views on marriage and family, and I think we should sit down and flesh those differences out face to face.
Yeah, how about in 10 years after I've had my fun?
Roy?
Hey, it's not like I don't want to get married or anything. It's just that, you know, there's a lot of stuff that a guy can only do when he's single. And it's the same in the reverse. There's some stuff that you can only do once you're married. Once we're married, then I'll start thinking about having kids, raising kids, planning for the future, all that stuff. I can't get married yet. There's still so much single guy stuff that I want to do. If I got married now, it would ruin my whole life.
Okay, and you say you need 10 years to do all that single guy stuff?
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad you understand, babe.
Right. You'll want to get married 10 years from now. Got it.
I'm glad you came to see my way of thinking, Michelle. I'm glad we took the time to sort things out. This really was a great idea. And trust me, I totally get your position. I'm the only one you have. It makes sense you'd want to know how long you have to wait for me. So you just be a good little girl and hang in there. I'll let you know once I'm ready to settle down.
I'm not finished, Roy.
You're not?
When I said got it, I didn't mean, okay, we'll do it your way. I only meant that I understood your position. If I wait 10 years for you, I'm going to be 40 years old.
Yeah, so what?
I want to have a family, Roy.
Okay, so you want kids? I still don't see what your point is. If you want kids, you can have them when you're 40.
Sure, it's possible to have kids at that age, but that's not what I'm talking about.
Well, whatever it is that you're trying to say, it doesn't change the fact that I'm not getting married yet. I've made my decision. I need 10 more years to enjoy life before I lock myself down, and that's final.
So there's no changing your mind then?
Nope. You should be thanking me that I'm only making you wait 10 years. Keep giving me crap and I might make it 20.
I've got an idea. How about you just enjoy your life until the very end?
Huh?
I can't wait that long.
Michelle?
You've made your position clear. You don't see any value at all in marriage and family, but I'm not like you. And if this is how you're going to react to me pouring out my soul to you by completely shutting me out, then I'm not going to wait one more second for you. I'm leaving today.
Whoa, settle down, girl. Is it that time of the month or something?
Goodbye.
Goodbye? As if you had anywhere to go. Whatever, I'll give you some time to cool off. I'm a patient guy, unlike some people I know, so I'll be waiting for when you come running back to me.
Hey there, Morgan. I hate to drop this on you so suddenly, but would it be okay for me to stay the night at your place? I've got quite a bit of luggage with me, so I'm gonna head over there in my car, if that's okay. Uh-oh, Michelle, what's going on? You're more than welcome to spend the night, and I have one extra parking space that you can use. Are you okay, though? I just broke up with Roy. You what? What on earth happened between you two? I'll give you the details later, but here's the rundown. We've been dating for 10 years, living together for 3, and we'll be turning 30 soon. I've tried to talk to him about marriage in the past, but he just kept putting it off and putting it off. I've been wondering how long is he going to keep me waiting? I know, you've talked to me about that before. And, I mean, he's had more than enough opportunities before now. You're 100% right. So I told him outright that I wanted him to come home as soon as possible tonight so we can finally have the talk. But then he blew me off to go drinking with his coworkers. Oh no. He does this all the time. So I went ahead and popped the big question to him via text, and when he gave me his answer, well, I made up my mind. To be honest, I had a feeling this is how it was going to turn out, so I've been packing up my stuff little by little for a while. I told him I was leaving, put my boxes in the car, and, well, that was that. You poor thing. Oh, come on over to my place, Michelle. You need a place to relax. I'll talk to my husband about it. You can go ahead and stay here as long as it takes to find yourself a new place. Oh, and if you need some help looking, one of my friends works at a real estate firm, one of the biggest in town. Thanks, Morgan. You're a really great friend.
Yo, Michelle, what gives? It's been 3 years now. Don't you think this has gone on long enough? Were you waiting for me to reach out to you first before you'd come back? Well, congratulations, here I am. You win. So get over whatever weird thing you're going through and get back over here. Seriously, though, where you been staying all this time? Yeah, we could talk about all that later. I know it'll take some time to pack up your stuff, so I'll give you a month to get ready. And if you get here fast enough, I might just even marry you as a reward. But that's a limited time offer. You better act fast. God, you are one stubborn woman. Fine, I'll compromise for you again. You don't need to move over here. I'll move in with you. Don't worry about telling me your address, by the way. I already know. I just so happened to run into a friend of yours at the bar the other day. You're in that new place over on West Blanchfield Street, right? I gotta hand it to you, you have great taste. Everyone I know has been trying to get a place there since they first put it up. And when we got to talking, they said you bought a condo because you were planning on getting married soon. Man, you must really miss me. You went out and bought a condo for me without even talking to me first. God, women are so effing confusing. First you're all like, oh, I'm angry, I'm leaving. And then you're all like, I love you, Roy, please take me back. Make up your mind, would you? I'll get my stuff over there tonight. Make sure my room is clean, okay? All right, we're gonna get married, so I should say make sure our room is clean, right? Anyway, see you later, babe. Yo, Michelle! Your knight in shining armor has arrived. By the way, what's our room number? I gotta input the room number on this crazy security panel thingy here. Man, this place is super high tech, huh?
Hello, Roy. It's been quite a while, hasn't it?
Huh? Who are you?
I'm Morgan. I'm a friend of your ex-girlfriend, Michelle.
Oh, it's you. Man, that takes me back ages. I ain't seen you in forever. Actually, come to think of it, I think I've only seen you once, right? You stopped by the house one day before heading downtown with Michelle, and then I've never seen you since.
Yep, that's right.
Oh, and just a slight correction, Michelle isn't my ex-girlfriend, she's my fiancée. Ha! Who am I kidding at this point? You can just go ahead and call her my wife.
You're standing in the security station in front of her building, aren't you?
Ding, 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 we have a winner. We're gonna live here together from now on, so you can feel free to stop by and hang out anytime you want.
Leave. Immediately.
Huh?
You've been trying to get back together with Michelle lately, haven't you? But good grief, I never expected you to try and force your way into her house.
Her house? Are you not paying attention to something? We're getting married, so it's our house.
Michelle got married to my brother, you moron.
What?
Do you have any idea what you've been doing to her the last month? She's been talking to me about how her ex-boyfriend is sending her creepy, delusional texts. She has more than enough on her mind already with being pregnant and everything.
Whoa, being what?
She doesn't need you adding any more stress into her life, so I'm here giving you a message for her so she doesn't have to deal with you.
Back up, Morgan. Michelle is pregnant?
Yes, she's currently pregnant with my brother's child.
That's impossible.
And another thing, that condo belongs to Michelle and my brother.
But...
He bought it to provide a stable and safe environment for Michelle and their child. Neither of them want anything to do with you.
No way. You're full of it. I heard Michelle's friend saying she bought it so she could live there with me.
You're referring to Nancy, right?
Let me think. Yeah, I think that was her name.
She told me that she ran into a weird guy at the bar who kept asking question after question about Michelle. She was super creeped out. Apparently, she let her guard down and told you about her new condo, for which she apologized profusely. But for the record, what she told you is that Michelle is married and her husband bought a condo for them to live in.
Wait.
I guess you had so much to drink at that point that you completely overwrote what she said with your drunken delusions of still having a chance at love.
I can't believe this. I waited 3 whole years for Michelle to come back to me, and this is what I get?
She told you she was breaking up with you. If you were waiting for her, you were wasting your time.
Oh, come on. She was just PMSing on me when she said that.
No, she broke up with you because you were the biggest letdown of her life. And I won't let you pretend that you were faithfully waiting for your prodigal girlfriend to come home. If you were really waiting for her, then why have you been dating a different woman up until recently? And not just any woman, a married woman. Married to your boss, may I add.
What? How did you know that?
Once I heard that you were sniffing around for information on Michelle, I started doing some digging into you myself. Your boss found out about your affair and sued you. You're now underemployed, penniless, and alone. And now you're trying to get back with Michelle to have her bail you out of the hole you dug for yourself.
Hey, come on. I really am in it deep over here. I ran out of money to pay the rent, so they evicted me a few days ago. I got nowhere to go.
Not my problem, or Michelle's problem.
Can you give Michelle a message for me?
No! Now get lost, you pathetic loser! As you've just seen, my best friend Morgan was so concerned about my mental and physical health that she volunteered to get rid of my creepy ex-boyfriend for me. She managed to get some pretty detailed information on his recent trouble, too. While he wasn't fired after it got found out that he had slept with his boss's wife, it was so humiliating for him to be around the office that he resigned voluntarily. His family was already disgusted with him due to how he strung me along for 10 years, only to drive me away. But this was the straw that broke the camel's back. They completely cut him out of their lives and never wanted to speak with him again. With nowhere else to go, he remembered me, the only good thing he'd ever had in his life, and thought he would try to get back together with me. That didn't work out too well for him. Now, with literally nowhere to go, he ended up camping out in local parks for a while. One particularly hot day, he was found beneath a park bench, passed out from heat exhaustion, and taken to the hospital. At this point, I'm not sure if he lost his cell phone, it got stolen, or maybe he just stopped paying his monthly bill. But he never contacted any of his acquaintances ever again after that. I think he's alive, but I don't know for sure, and to be brutally honest, I don't really care either.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Excuse me, Christina, but just what do you think you're doing? I just saw you walking out of the office. Are you leaving already? Oh, hello there, Miss Carlisle. I hope you had a productive day so far. Yes, I took care of all the work I was assigned for today, so seeing as it's 5 o'clock, I have nothing left to do. I was just about to clock out and head home. Why do you ask? You think you have the right to just walk out of the office right away at 5? Yes, I do. I don't have anything else on my plate for today, so yeah, I'm going home. Hold it right there, Christina. You're not done yet. What about the data I told you to take care of earlier this morning? What happened with that? Are you referring to the materials you asked me to produce to be used in the presentation for the Slock Spring Industries project? Yes, obviously. I explicitly told you to have that on my desk by no later than 3 o'clock, but I don't see it anywhere. I took care of all that before lunch. You should be able to find the data in the shared folder on the company's server. What? I spoke to you in person before I went on my lunch break letting you know it was done, and you looked me in the eyes, nodded, and said, thank you. Also, just to make sure, I sent you a message through the company's chat system after I finished my lunch break, and once again you told me, thanks, got it. You did? Oh, well, that's strange. I don't remember that at all. From the sound of things, I presume you're still at the office, correct? If you could go to your chat window, I believe you'll find all the relative messages in my tab, as well as the file containing the data you asked me for. Oh, there it is. I guess I must have overlooked it. Oh, so you managed to find it? Well, I'm glad to hear that. Well then, if there's nothing else, I'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy your evening, Mrs. Carlisle. Hey, we're not finished yet! We're not? I was fairly certain I had addressed all of your concerns. Is there anything else? Well, you may be finished, but I'm not, and I've been with this company for far longer than you have. What gives you the right to go home when I still have work left to do? You should be staying behind to help me finish my work. I'm quite certain that using seniority as leverage to force junior employees to stay beyond their contracted hours is a clear violation of the employee harassment policy that our parent company sent out to all its child companies. How dare you talk back to me! Additionally, they also sent out a memo encouraging efficient work procedures to eliminate the need for employees to do overtime as part of our cost-cutting measures. So, in just this conversation alone, you have violated both the letter and spirit of both corporate policies. If I may be so bold, I would recommend that you cease behaving this way toward not only me, but all of the other employees in the office. Not only are you contributing to a negative work environment, but if these violations were made known to your quarterly review committee, it would have a serious negative effect on your evaluation. That's just my 2 cents, though. Do with it what you will. What is wrong with you? Who do you think you are bringing up those stupid corporate policies to me? Just because you were transferred here from our parent company doesn't mean you're any better than me, and don't you forget that. I'm sorry, did I give off the impression that I thought I was better than you? Either that, or you're just a goody two-shoes and a suck-up to the corporate bosses. I see. Well, I had no intentions of coming off that way, so if that's how I sounded, then I apologize. And seriously, you're in no position to be giving me lectures about corporate memos or whatever. I'm not? No, you're not. Maybe if you were actually someone who mattered to this company, then I might pay a little bit more heed to your tirade right now. Look, I don't know how badly you had to mess up to be transferred here from our parent company, but the second you walked in that door, your experience there completely vanished. Poof, gone. It doesn't mean a thing here. You're no different than any other newbie, low-level employee we hire fresh out of college. I am your superior, and you will do what I say when I say. For the record, I'm not at liberty to discuss all the details yet, but my transfer here from the corporate office wasn't a punitive transfer. Oh, sure, of course. You're actually a super-duper important person on a big mission. Yeah, right, no one believes you. It's okay, it happens. They took a big chance on you and you completely failed to live up to their expectations, so they're chucking you somewhere that you can't do too much damage. Just admit it. By the way, if you're done with questions for me, would you mind if I asked you something? What now? Didn't you say you were working overtime right now? Huh? Yeah, I was, but I'm just about to leave. Why? I'm fairly sure that the materials for the Slock Spring Industries project presentation were supposed to be submitted to the department manager first thing tomorrow morning. What? Wait, I thought those weren't due until Friday. I should still have another day to get them finished. Tomorrow is Friday, Miss Carlyle. It is? Are you aware of what day it is today? Well, let's see. Yesterday was Tuesday, I think. I'm sorry, but yesterday was Wednesday, today is Thursday, tomorrow is Friday. Thus, the materials need to be ready by tomorrow morning, as I was saying. Oh no, this is terrible. What am I going to do? Well, whatever it is you're going to do, I believe engaging in such a long text conversation about irrelevant matters is a less than efficient use of your time. You little! Why didn't you tell me it was Thursday? That's what calendars are for. There's nothing in my contract that states I have any responsibility to inform you of what day it is. Christina, where are you right now? Good afternoon, Miss Carlyle. I hope you had a pleasant morning. I was just in the middle of eating lunch in the employee cafeteria. Why do you ask? You're doing what? And where? What makes you think you have the right to use the employee cafeteria? The fact that I'm an employee of this company isn't enough. My contract clearly states that I have the ability to purchase lunch from the employee cafeteria if I so choose. Oh, you cannot be serious! All the other employees here were hired by the company directly for their talent. You, on the other hand, were sent here from the parent company because of your lack of talent. We're not the same, and don't think for 1 second you're on our level. Plus, if you've got enough free time to eat lunch, then you should be working. It's 12:45 right now, and my lunch break lasts until 1 o'clock. Were you not paying attention just now? Lunch breaks are for employees who matter. You do not. I don't want to see you doing anything that doesn't involve making money for this company. You can eat after work. Malnourishment on the job doesn't only result in decreased productivity as the day drags on, it can also lead to health episodes resulting in missed work, further reducing company efficiency. Again, with the back-talking! In addition to common human knowledge that people are much less efficient when working on an empty stomach, there are multiple studies showing that elimination of lunch breaks in favor of working reduces productivity by more than is gained by the additional hour of work during the day. What are you? And most importantly, my contract says I have a 1-hour lunch break from 12 to 1. I won't allow you, or anyone else for that matter, to take my lunch break from me. Now, I'm in the middle of a delicious meal, so if you'll excuse me, I'd like to get back to eating. The chicken soup they're serving today is quite good. I would recommend you giving it a try on your lunch break. I have had it up to here with your insubordination. I'm coming right over there to teach you a lesson in this company's hierarchy. I hope you're ready for what happens next. Well, Christina, how does it feel? Have you managed to wash all that egg out of your hair yet? Hello, Miss Carlyle. I hope your afternoon is going better than mine is. Since I have you, can I ask you to explain your actions just now? Oh my God, you still don't get it? I can't think of anything I've done to you to merit having a raw egg thrown at me. I guess you really don't get it then. I bet you still don't understand that you're here because you're a useless flunky either. Is this what got you transferred? Your complete failure to respect your superiors? I still don't understand what is so inappropriate about taking a break during my break time. I am a company employee, so I have every right to use the employee cafeteria. I just told you! You barely even count as an employee of this company. You were sent here because you failed. You don't get to eat in the employee cafeteria, and you don't get breaks. Get back to work. I told you before, my transfer here wasn't punitive. And I told you before, no one believes that story. Now stop wasting the company's time and money and get back to work. I was in the middle of my lunch break. It was my time. You want to eat? Fine. You can wring the raw egg out of your hair into a bowl and drink that. I took the afternoon off, so I'm going home. What? I'm going to have to take a shower to clean up all this egg from my hair, and I'll need to put my clothes in the laundry before they smell like rotten eggs. I obviously can't work like this, so the manager told me I was free to leave. What about the presentation materials for the Edisburgh project that I told you to make today? From what I understand, making those materials was originally your responsibility. I don't see why you can't simply do your own work for yourself. But if I can't get you to do them for me, there's no way I'll be able to finish them in time. Christina, you've got some explaining to do. What's the meaning of this? Why am I being suspended without pay? Do you really need me to explain exactly what you did to deserve that relatively light punishment? Yes! Now explain what's going on right now. Wow, Mrs. Carlyle, I am genuinely surprised at your lack of self-awareness. Just what do you mean by that? You threw a raw egg at me in the cafeteria last week. Yeah, and what's the big deal with that? I don't deserve suspension for that. The employee cafeteria was quite busy at that time, which means there were a lot of witnesses. You had quite a few people register complaints with HR about you that day. What? Those pathetic losers went and tattled on me? Why? All I did was teach a snobby, stuck-up flunky like you your place. You obviously don't know how things work around here. Even if it weren't for what you did to me last week, you would still have been in quite a lot of trouble as things stood. After seeing your positively shameful behavior in the employee cafeteria, dozens of your coworkers have come forward with complaints about a serious pattern of harassment and abuse by you. Oh, they're just being dramatic babies. Is that so? Well then, let me read you a summary of their contents. It seems that for quite some time, you've been using your position of seniority to abuse, harass, coerce, and threaten junior colleagues. In particular, you apparently have a penchant for pushing off work that you should be doing onto them, typically involving threats to their career prospects or direct physical violence. I'm still waiting for what the problem is. That's just the benefit that comes with seniority. I have every right to use my position to get those children to work for me, and that goes for you, too. It does? You're going to have to explain that to me. Obviously, you failed so hard at our parent company that they threw you out like last week's trash. You're lower than even the new hires we took on last week. You're nothing. You don't deserve to be paid for your work here. You should be paying the company for putting up with you. Listen, Miss Carlisle, I have tried to tell you this multiple times before today, but you just haven't been listening, apparently. For the last time, my transfer here was not punitive. Here you go again with that same old story. If you would simply listen to what I'm telling you, I wouldn't have to say it over and over again like this. You sure think you're hot stuff, huh, Christina? I mean, what is it with this attitude of yours? You act like you're some sort of corporate policy enforcement officer or something, as if you're actually valuable enough to do that kind of work. I am the corporate policy enforcement officer. Huh? You are? Well, in a way, yes. Officially, your parent company is sending me out to all their child companies to promote employee education systems. But I actually have one more responsibility in addition to that. And that responsibility is to serve as a corporate compliance auditor. A what? I'm not the only one either. There are a number of our child companies which have, as of yet, been unable to meet our cost-cutting goals, and auditors like me have been sent to all of them. And the result of my audit of this company is not good, to say the least. In particular, many of the issues I've discovered center around you, Mrs. Carlisle. You've been with the company for over 20 years now, and you've been taking advantage of that long history in a number of illicit ways. Specifically, you've been pushing off your own work onto more junior employees while you do, well, not much of anything. Even in the company's busiest season, you do multiple hours of overtime every night, but without any noteworthy accomplishments to show for it. Meanwhile, the people you push your work onto actually end up having to rack up hours of overtime that could have been avoided if you had simply done your own work. Do you have any idea how much money you specifically have cost the company by producing all this pointless overtime? You're a total slimeball, Christina! How could you go around spying on me like this, lying about who you really are and what you're really doing? That's just not fair! Well, if I were to come out my first day and say, "Hello everyone, I'm a corporate compliance auditor and I'm here to inspect your company," I don't think that would be very helpful to my mission. I suppose you could consider me as something of an undercover agent. Undercover operations are often the only way to uncover wrongdoing, so I don't feel as though I've done anything unfair. But, I mean, if you'll excuse me, I still have an enormous amount of work to get back to. Hey! If you have any further questions about your punishment, you may direct them to your immediate superior at your company. Hold on just one moment, Christina. If you're really with corporate, then you can do something about this, right? You can use your position to stop me from getting suspended, can't you? I'm afraid I can't. Oh, please, Christina, you've got to help me. I'll do anything. My assignment was to serve as an auditor, and my mission in your company has completed. It's actually not in my authority to do anything about your punishment at all. Then, what am I supposed to do now? I suppose there's only one thing you can do. Wait patiently for the disciplinary committee to reach their decision on your final punishment. It shouldn't take very long, considering the amount of evidence I provided them with. I can't believe this. Enjoy the rest of your day. After that, while Mrs. Carlisle was able to avoid being fired, she was still sued by two of the junior employees she'd been harassing. And when she couldn't bear the shame of working with the people she was making monthly lawsuit settlement payments to, she quit voluntarily. It seems she's having a difficult time finding a new job. I hope for her sake that she finds something soon, however, because those settlement payments must be having an impact on her finances. As a result of my audit, the leadership structure at that company was given a massive shake-up. We've also brought in skilled technicians for new employee training. And with that, my time as an auditor has come to an end. I still have 3 months left on my assignment here, and when that's finished, I'll be in the running for a promotion. I hope to use my experience here in order to make all of our group companies more efficient and provide our employees with positive working environments.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, is this the right number? You're that new part-timer that started today, right? What was your name, like Tabitha or something? Yep, you got the right number. You're Megan, right? I remember you from when I exchanged numbers with some of the people around the office this morning. I'm looking forward to working alongside you all. Could I ask what you're texting me about right now? Listen, Tabitha, you've got a lot to learn. I get it. You're young and short on experience, but this isn't some supermarket. This is a real business. You've obviously never worked in a real business before, so let me tell you how your first day is supposed to go. Step 1, buy some donuts for everyone in the office from the store across the street. Step 2, pass out said cakes and introduce yourself. Step 3, get to work. Oh, and you need to run the donuts by me first. I'll make sure you get a decent assortment, and if you didn't, I'll tell you what you got wrong. Then you'll need to buy us another round the next day, this time with the right donuts. Those are the rules around here. I'm a generous person, so I can overlook you getting it all wrong on the first day, but you better make sure to get it right tomorrow, okay? Come by my desk on your break and I'll give you a list of the right donuts to pick up, so make sure you bring a pen and paper. Those are the rules around here? Funny, I didn't see those on my contract. Excuse me? Quite the contrary, that's a workplace harassment policy violation if I ever saw one. And I suppose that's the reason you're texting me instead of saying it to my face. If one of your superiors heard you making such ridiculous demands like that, you'd get called into HR for sure. I would strongly suggest you don't do anything like this ever again, Megan. It won't end well for you. What did you just say to me? Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm on my lunch break right now. If you need me for anything work-related, you can talk to me when I'm finished. What's with that attitude? Who do you think you are, part-timer? You might not know this, but I'm actually the most senior employee in this office. I've even been here longer than the manager. That makes me the one who calls the shots around here. And here you are, some part-timer nobody, thinking you can refuse a direct order from me? Okay, well, my generosity has officially run out. Now you're gonna see what happens to uppity brats like you who piss me off. I hope you're ready for what's coming to you. It's go time, Cindy. We're gonna teach that snotty new part-timer how things work around here, good and hard. Huh? The new part-timer? Are you talking about Tabitha? The girl who started this morning? Duh, of course I am. Who else would I be talking about? I don't know, Megan. I was keeping an eye on her this morning, and she really seems like a hard-working, responsible employee. I told her to bring me donuts, but do you see any donuts on my desk? No? Yeah, well, me neither. Donuts? I even agreed to overlook her numerous faux pas toward me in exchange for her bringing donuts to the office tomorrow morning. But do you know what she said? She pulled the employee harassment policy card. What a brat. Wow, that's incredible. Tabitha's pretty young. I'm pretty sure she's in her late 20s, right? On her first day in a new office, a senior employee with 20 years experience makes a demand like that, and not only did she resist, she turned it around on you? She's amazing. I know, right? She really pissed me off. So now I gotta teach her a lesson. We're gonna do the usual routine, the silent treatment. No matter what she says to you, don't say anything back. Don't even acknowledge her. Are you sure that's a good idea, Megan? The company's been cracking down really hard on harassment policy violations these days. What's more important? What some stupid corporate policy says, or what I say? Obviously, it's what I say that counts around here. We're giving her the silent treatment. End of story. Make sure you spread the word around the office. I want everyone on the same page. If you say so. Good morning, Megan. It said in my employee manual that you would be the one giving me my on-the-job training, but you haven't said anything to me since our text exchange yesterday. When I tried to talk to you at your desk earlier, you just ignored me. I was trying to ask you when we would start my training. Let me take a stab in the dark. I'm guessing this is all you're doing, am I right? Everyone in the office has been going out of their way to avoid me. If you don't like me, there's not very much I can do about it. But it seems quite improper to be acting out a personal vendetta against me on company time using company resources. Are you refusing to carry out your assigned task of teaching a new employee the ropes? That doesn't seem very productive to me. God damn it, I can't believe her! Megan, what's wrong? Calm down and talk to me. It's that new girl. How is she doing this? She knows all the procedures, all the paperwork, all the regulations, everything. Are you talking about Tabitha again? Yes. Did someone train her? Was it you, Cindy? No, Megan, it wasn't me. I think everyone is following your orders. Then how is she doing it? How is she navigating our company's complex filing system? Wasn't she given a manual on her first day? I guess the only explanation would be that she just read it through enough times to remember it all. She's only been here for 3 days. Sorry, Megan, that's the only explanation I could think of. She is really starting to piss me off. Ugh! Good morning, Megan. I think I've come to understand the hierarchy around here over the last few days. As I suspected, you're the one who's been at the center of the silent treatment campaign, aren't you? You gave the order. Fortunately for me, the work I've been given is all stuff that I can do by myself without any cooperation or assistance from other employees. So it's not having much of an impact on my work. However, that might change if this situation continues. Cindy, what's going on here? Tell me. How? How is she doing this? Megan, you have to be more specific. She texted me yesterday all high and mighty, saying that she can handle all her work by herself. So I ordered her to get the meeting room ready for the conference this afternoon. Oh, was that the memo that you put on her desk this morning? Yes, try and keep up, Cindy. It always takes at least an hour to get all the papers printed and set up the tables and chairs, but I gave her the order just 30 minutes before the meeting started, so there was no way she could finish it on time. But she did. She did it all with time to spare. What is that girl, seriously? Well, maybe she's just an incredibly talented young woman. Cindy, don't even think for 1 second about taking her side against me. Oh, no, that's not what I meant at all. I wasn't taking her side. I'm the boss around here. I call the shots. She could be the next Steve Jobs. I don't care. If she doesn't do what I say, when I say, how I say, then she's gone. Got it? I got it, Megan. Hey, Cindy, did you hear the big news? Some big shot from corporate headquarters is coming by our office tomorrow. Oh, wow, really? On such short notice? That's unusual. I wonder why. Who cares why? This is my big chance. Chance? For a promotion? No, my chance to get that snotty little upstart Tabitha fired. Fired? We've got to work fast. We're going to come up with all sorts of complaints to lodge against her and get corporate to fire her. She seems to love that stupid employee harassment policy so much. How about we get Marcia to say Tabitha's been body shaming her? She's as big as a whale. They'd buy it. Megan, don't you think you've taken this a bit too far? Cindy, listen to me. If you take her side against me, do you know what I'm going to do with you? Just as soon as I finish getting Tabitha fired, you're going to be the next one I put in my crosshairs. Is that what you'd like me to do? Megan, please, no. My husband just got laid off from his factory job. I'm the only income for our family right now. I can't lose this job. We'd be ruined. Then you know what you need to do, don't you? Yeah, I know. Good morning, Megan. Well, it's been 1 full week since I started working here, and you've been ignoring me since day 1. I've got some great news that I have to tell you, so I'll go ahead and break my own rules just this once and reply to you. Finally. In just a few hours, you're going to get exactly what's been coming to you for being an awful little insubordinate brat to me. This is your last chance, Tabitha. Come over to my desk right now, apologize for ever talking back to me, kiss my feet, and beg for my forgiveness. If you do that, I'll let you into my bubble. Your bubble? Are you talking about Cindy and the other employees at this office? That's right. They're all good little girls who know their place, so I allow them into my bubble and grace them with my friendship. I can be your friend too, Tabitha, as long as you follow the rules. Is that so? From the sounds of things, you fancy yourself as above the manager and treat the other employees like servants in your royal court. I don't treat them like servants. They are my servants. Now that you understand how things work around here, it's time for you to become my servant too. No, I'm pretty sure that sort of an informal hierarchy is a severe violation of the workplace harassment policy. You get that, right? Again with that stupid policy. Don't you get it? That policy doesn't apply around here. This is my office and we follow my rules. Don't like it? Then I'll kick you out. Is that what you want me to do? Because I'd love to do it. I see. Well then, I think I've let this go on long enough. It's finally time to put a stop to it. Huh? Where do you get off talking to me like that? You're nobody. Nothing. You're just a part-timer who's been here for a week. I assume you've heard that a corporate HR representative is going to be in the office today. Am I correct? An HR rep? Is that the corporate big shot who's coming today? Yes. As loath as I am to break with professionality, I have to say I am very much looking forward to the meeting we'll be having. Should be a lot of fun. Fun? What's fun about meetings? Tabitha, you lied to me. You were really part of the corporate HR team all along? What the hell is going on here? Weren't you paying attention to what I said earlier today? I explained everything then. The corporate HR office sent me here undercover to see what was going on at your office. But why, though? Why did they send an undercover agent here? I repeat, I explained that already. You should have been listening. You suspended me without pay. You're opening a disciplinary investigation on me? I was so mad that I just didn't pay attention. I'm sure you're aware that part-time employees at your office have an incredibly high turnover rate, yes? Yeah, what of it? The rate has been high at your branch for quite some time now, a few percentage points above the company-wide average. But 2 years ago, when the previous office manager retired, the turnover rate spiked sky high almost immediately. We decided that we couldn't wait any longer and had to do something, so I was sent to your office as an undercover agent pretending to be a new part-time employee. Corporate cares that much about our office? Well, it is our company after all. It's our responsibility both to our employees and our clients to guarantee a positive work environment. And my investigation is complete. What I found was a truly unfortunate situation. You, despite lacking any sort of managerial authority, use your seniority to threaten, abuse, and harass the other employees in your office. That's not true. You've just been out to get me this whole time. What your youth and inexperience keeps you from understanding is that what I do is called leadership. Go ahead, ask Cindy and the other girls anything you want. They'll all tell you the same thing. Oh, don't worry, we're holding individual hearings with each and every person in the office as we speak. Then I'll be cleared of all these ridiculous allegations in no time. I win, you lose. You have quite an impenetrable self-confidence, don't you, Megan? I'm sorry to say, but that is precisely the opposite of what we are finding. What? We found that all of the other girls in the office do have the same story, but not the one you claim. It seems they've all been threatened by you, but lacked the courage to actually stand up for themselves. Once the big reveal was made, they were all thrilled that they finally had a chance to clear their guilty consciences. A common refrain was that they felt like a massive weight had been lifted off their shoulders. Oh, and by the way, we have a very, very large supply of evidence that you've been harassing the other employees. We've collected hundreds of text messages, hours of video recordings, security camera footage. We have it all. Oh no. For the third time, I already explained all of this in detail. You just weren't paying attention. But nothing. It's over, Megan. You're on unpaid leave while the disciplinary committee meets. I'd say it's a foregone conclusion at this point, but you'll be informed of the final decision they make. That can't be! My work is done, so I'll take my leave now. Enjoy your evening. I worked so hard to gain my position. I had authority, people respected me, and now it's all gone? And it's not just at the office. My husband is divorcing me, and my son said he never wants to see me again. Why is this happening to me? People respected her? I'd say a more accurate way of describing the situation would be that people were in constant fear of reprisal if they didn't cater to her every whim. The disciplinary committee took far longer than they expected, not because it was a difficult decision, just that there was an incomprehensible amount of policy violations to cover. Needless to say, she was fired. After being divorced by her husband, my understanding is that she's currently working multiple part-time jobs to make ends meet. As for the other employees who went along with her harassment campaigns, each of them were dealt with individually and were given punishments in accordance with their respective offenses. Furthermore, the decision was made to permanently close down the entire office. That did result in some difficulties, such as dealing with employee transfers and resignations. But overall, the effect has been a more transparent and positive work environment for all employees in all levels of the company. As an HR professional, it gives me great pride to know that my work has brought clear results to the company. My work isn't finished, though. I'll continue to monitor situations at all other branches to ensure something like this never happens again. Hey there, Kelsey. I heard you're going to Costco soon. Is that true? Take me with you. They have that membership system, right? People who aren't members can't go shopping there unless they have a member with them. But, membership costs, $50 a year or something? I don't want to have to pay that much just to get in, so I've been looking for someone I know who is a member to take me. I am so lucky to have a friend like you. Nora, what are you talking about? What? Do I have to explain your own membership to you? You only need to have one member in your group in order to get in, so we'll be fine as long as you're with me. I don't know where you heard it from, but I don't actually have a membership there. But I heard you were going. My son heard your son talking about it at daycare the other day, so don't bother hiding it. The cat's out of the bag. Do you believe every story that your 4-year-old son tells you he overheard at school? What are you saying, Kelsey? Are you calling my son a liar? How dare you say such a thing about my boy? No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying that I'm not planning on going to Costco right now. And I'm also not a member. That's all. Oh, sure you're not. I definitely believe you. You're super bad at hiding things. Remind me never to let you in on any plans for surprise parties. Hey, you might as well be wearing a t-shirt that says, "Hey everyone, I'm going to Costco." I'm not hiding anything. I don't have anything to hide. I'm not going to Costco. Seriously, what is going on with you? It's next Sunday, isn't it? And everyone's meeting on the west side of the parking lot. How many times do I have to tell you this? I'm not going. There will probably be a line of people waiting to get in, so make sure to show up early. Oh, and bring a few freezer bags, would you? I am not going. Hey, Crystal, sorry to bother you so late. Do you have a minute? I have some information that I think you might want to hear. Don't worry, it's not that late. I was just watching TV. What's the matter? You said that you were going to Costco with your family this weekend, didn't you? Yeah, I did. Why? What time this weekend? We still haven't made a decision on the time. We're going back and forth between Saturday and Sunday. Did you want to come along? That would be fine with me. It's been a while since we've spent time together outside of picking our kids up from school. Nah, I'm good. I had other plans this weekend, but yeah, like I was saying, about that Costco trip, I thought you might want to know something. What is it? You know Nora, right? The woman from daycare? She's, probably going to be at Costco on Sunday. Oh, really? I didn't think she had a membership there. Well, that's just the thing, she doesn't. For whatever reason, she has the idea in her head that I'm a member and that I'm planning to go on Sunday. She texted me earlier today inviting herself to come along with me. I tried, multiple times, to explain that I'm not a member and I'm not going this weekend, but she just wouldn't hear it. Wow, what is wrong with that woman? After she sent me that text, I thought I remembered you saying something about going this weekend. And I know that if she met up with you, there's 100% chance she'd try to get you to pay for her stuff with a promise to repay you, which there is also 100% chance that she won't do. Believe me, I've heard the stories too. Thank you for letting me know. She mentioned that she was going to be there in time to get in line before the store opens on Sunday. In that case, I'll be going on Saturday. I honestly don't mind bringing non-members along just so they can get in and buy stuff. But I don't feel like adding myself to the list of people who've paid for Nora's shopping when she suddenly realizes that she forgot her wallet. Oh, but don't worry, she'll pay you back in a few days for sure, a week tops. And then she avoids you until you forget or give up trying to collect. You would be shocked at how many people I've heard that exact same story from. And she always has her own cart full of stuff when she does that. I heard from one person who said she ended up paying around $500 for Nora's stuff. Of course, she never got that back. She's legendary in a very bad way. Yep, if she's going on Sunday, then I am definitely going on Saturday. I'll probably invite my sister too, just so I can max out the number of people I can bring with me. I'm trying to remember, is it that one member can bring up to 2 guests? Is that how that works? One of my husband's friends is coming along with 2 family members in a van to help us bring our stuff home, so that leaves us with 1 more person. Oh, and for the record, people under 18 don't count towards the total. Well, Nora's mentally a child, so maybe she might try to get around the rules that way. Ugh, don't scare me with a possibility like that. Thanks for the info, Kelsey. No problem, Crystal. Oh, Kelsey! I'm here at Costco waiting for you. Where are you? I made the ultimate shopping list for today. It's going to be great. I'm going to shop till I drop. They have a bunch of stuff in stock right now that you just can't get anywhere else. Thanks so much for letting me tag along. Oh, by the way, you guys are driving your car here, right? My house isn't too far, so I walked over here, but... Well, with all the things I'm planning on buying, it's going to be way too much to carry home all by myself. So I'm planning on having you take me home. So make sure you leave enough space for me and my stuff in your car, okay? They're opening soon, so hurry up and get over here. Kelsey, what on earth are you doing? The store just opened and you're not here. You know I can't get in without you here. I'm not a member. Seriously, what's going on over there? I know you guys are coming, so... Hey, wait a minute. Don't tell me you went in without me. Oh my God, Kelsey, how immature can you be? Well, mark my words, I'm gonna get inside one way or another. And there it is. I am officially inside the store, Kelsey. I found someone who came by themselves and went inside with them. All I had to do was walk a few steps behind her and tell the greeter I'm with her, and they didn't ask me any questions. But remember, I'm still having you drop me off at home on our way out, so don't forget about that. Let's meet up. What section are you guys in right now? Good morning, Crystal. So you went to Costco yesterday, right? Good morning, Kelsey. Yep, we got all our shopping done yesterday afternoon, and we didn't run into Nora while we were there, so don't worry. Yeah, about her. Looks like she's actually inside and shopping right now. Oh, for the love of... Are you serious? Yep, she still thinks that I'm a member, and she's still sticking with her plan to go shopping together with me. And when she couldn't find me, I guess she snuck in by pretending to be together with someone who was there by themselves. Yuck, what a creeper. Well, as long as she's not bothering me, it's not really my business. Right? That's just so creepy. She's like some kind of a stalker. Just thinking about her doing that gives me the chills. But you were super clear about telling her you weren't going, right? Yep, I didn't mince words. Then I guess there's no reason for either of us to lose any sleep over what she's doing right now. I know. Plus, I'm not even at home, and I haven't been since yesterday. Again, Kelsey, I really can't thank you enough for telling me about Nora. Before I got my hands on that information, we were actually leaning toward going first thing this morning. I really dodged a bullet. I owe you one, so I bought you a case of those chocolate muffins you like. Well, you didn't need to do that, but I do want to get my hands on those muffins as soon as possible. I gotta go now, so I'll talk to you later. Bye, Kelsey. Take care. Kelsey, where are you? I'm done waiting for you, so I'm just gonna grab a cart and start shopping. If you want to find me, I'm gonna start by looking at the TVs first. I've been thinking about getting a new one. The one I have is almost 3 months old. It's practically a fossil. If you want, though, we can do all our shopping separately. Want to just meet up at the cash registers in about 2 hours? Yeah, that might work the best for the both of us. This way we won't have to spend time looking for each other and can focus on shopping. Okay, see you in 2 hours then. How's the shopping going, Kelsey? It's been 2 hours. Time to check out. Oh my god, I have so much stuff I'm gonna buy. I had to go out and get a second cart. I'm at the cash registers right now, and the lines are getting pretty long. I think I'll go ahead and line up before it gets any more crowded than it is now. Huh? You're still in the store, Nora? Of course I am. It's about time I heard from you. Hurry up and get over here. I can't pay without you, Kelsey, so move it. Why do you need me? You know how to pay for things. Don't play dumb, sweetie. You're the one who's the member, and you invited me along, didn't you? Common courtesy dictates that you are the one who has to pay for everything. Don't worry, I didn't buy too much. It's only gonna come to about $2,000. $2,000? Yeah, that's only an estimate, though, so it might be a couple $100 more than that. Anyway, hurry up and come to the checkout lanes. Nora, I have told you 1,000,000 times now that I do not have a Costco membership. That's not what my son told me. Yeah? Well, I talked to my son about Costco, and you know what he said to me? What's Costco? He had no idea what it even was. Your story doesn't make any sense. But my little Joey told me that your boy Aiden said you were going to Costco on Sunday. He has a very good memory. He'd never make a mistake like that. Wait, Aiden? My son's name is Jaden. Jaden? But I thought Jaden was Crystal's boy. No, Jaden is my son. Crystal's son is named Aiden. What? Did you get the two names mixed up? Well, I mean, they're practically the same name. Yeah, I have to admit you do have a point. Maybe I should have picked a less trendy name. But if that's the case, that means that Crystal's going shopping today. She should be here now. Oh, thank goodness. No, Crystal and her family are at home right now. They are? They were planning on going today, but ended up going yesterday instead. Last minute change of plans, it happens. Yesterday? Yes. Just to recap, Crystal and her family went shopping yesterday. They are not there right now. They are at home and not at Costco. Understand? What? That can't be. I'm gonna give that woman a piece of my mind the next time I see her. I wouldn't do that if I were you. And why not? This is all her fault. If she wouldn't have given her child such a trendy, overused name, I wouldn't have gotten it mixed up with whose kid was whose, and none of this would have happened. It's her fault. Are you really sure you want to pick a fight like that with a relative of your husband's boss? What? My husband's boss? Christy's younger sister, Misty, is your husband's boss. She is? I thought you were aware of that. Ugh, fine. Then I need you to come down here immediately. Can't. Why not? I'm at my cousin's wedding today. My whole family left the house yesterday, and it's a pretty long drive away. Oh, no. We'll be back tonight, but it's gonna be really late. So, yeah, I can't come. This is terrible. What am I supposed to do now? What am I supposed to do about it? How many times did I tell you that I do not have a Costco membership, and I did not have plans to go to Costco today? You ignored me every single time I tried to set you straight, went by yourself to Costco, followed someone else in, spent 2 hours shopping, and you want me to clean up your mess for you? This is all your own fault. And to top it all off, you're actually treating me and Crystal like we're to blame somehow. But my husband's calling me. I have to go. Hey, wait! Kelsey, how am I going to pay for all this stuff? It's over $2,000. I have 2 whole carts full of stuff, Kelsey. Kelsey! Kelsey! Nora was standing in line the whole time she was texting me to come and bail her out, so she had quite a line of unhappy customers built up behind her. As soon as she realized that she wasn't going to be able to pay for the stuff she picked out, she left the massive, overflowing carts full of merchandise right there on the spot and started heading for the door when she was promptly stopped by a store employee. She apparently brought her 3 kids with her to the store, and they had been up to quite a bit of mischief while she was busy shopping. They were eating cookies from the bakery area, taking toys out of their boxes, throwing clothes on the floor. It was an awful mess. Naturally, she was expected to pay for everything they had eaten or damaged, and when her husband got there to bail her out, he was not happy. That was the beginning of a fight that led to their divorce, and she was such a mess at the custody hearing that the judge gave her husband full custody of all their children. She tried to move back in with her parents, but they had long since had enough of her antics, and they kicked her out onto the curb. The last I heard of her was that she was working some part-time job and living in subsidized housing while barely being able to make her child support payments to her husband each month.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey there, Liana. Do you know who I am? Go on and guess. Who are you? Didn't you read my last message? I'm not gonna tell you. You gotta guess. I gave you one chance to tell me who you are, which is more than you deserved. I'm very busy and have much more important things to do than play Guess Who with some random nobody. Get over yourself. Just guess. Looks like this is either a stupid prank or you've got the wrong number, so I'm just gonna block your number now. Wait, don't do that. I've got something to tell you that I know you're gonna want to hear. My name is Alyssa, and I'm your husband's girlfriend. Huh? By my husband, do you mean Jacob? Yeah, that's him. Ugh, old women are so boring. I wanted to keep you in the dark for longer just to have a little fun at your expense, but you went and made me spill the beans too early. Boring. Do women just instantly become humorless losers when they turn 30 or something? I hope I never turn 30. Leaving the dark implications of that aside, would you mind telling me how old you are, Alyssa? Who, me? I'm 20. I am a college girl in the pinnacle of my youth. The pinnacle of your youth? Yeah, that's what I just said. Right. It's just that I've never actually heard anyone in the pinnacle of their youth use the term, the pinnacle of my youth, before. Yeah, and so what? You got a problem with that? Problem? Nah, no problem at all. You're free to use whatever phrases you like to describe yourself. That phrase in particular, though, is typically used by women in their 60s looking back at pictures of themselves in their late teens. That and men in their 60s looking at women in their 20s. Seriously, what's your problem? I'm not in my 60s. I'm a young, healthy woman, unlike you. Maybe not, but I think I know exactly why you're using that phrase. Let me guess. Jacob talks about you that way. Oh, I guess he does. You're right. Isn't he great? He always speaks to me in such poetic ways. It shows how head over heels in love with me he is. Head over heels? There's another phrase I don't think anyone's used for the last 20 years at least. Why are you letting some geezer have such a strong influence on the way you talk? Your friends your age are gonna laugh at you. No, they would never laugh at me. Now, would you stop nitpicking every single one of my messages? You are so obnoxious. Sorry, my bad. You know how women over 20 are. We just can't help but beat on women younger and prettier than us. Well, at least you're self-conscious about it. And by the way, do not call my Jacob some geezer. He's the love of my life. Oh, how could I be so insensitive as to call my husband, who you claim to be dating, a geezer? My deepest apologies. So, what do you want? Why did you choose to out yourself as my husband's mistress like this? What's your angle, Alyssa? You want to know what my angle is? I thought that should be obvious. All I want from you is to admit that you've lost, divorce Jacob, and let me have him. Wait a minute. Are you going to sit there and tell me that you want to marry that pathetic old geezer? What did I just tell you about calling him that? I mean, what the hell is even going on with you? What's up with your attitude? Calling your own husband a pathetic old geezer? I mean, you're supposed to be his wife. You are his wife, aren't you? For real? Yep. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but the truth is that I've known that Jacob has been cheating on me for quite some time now. But to think a man his age was fooling around with some little girl who's not even old enough to drink yet? Yuck, it just makes me want to puke. Tell me, how was your trip to Hawaii? Did you make it all right? Have you settled into your hotel yet? You knew about that? Well, that's weird. He told me you were completely in the dark. But, oh well, I guess the cat's out of the bag. Yep, we're in gorgeous Hawaii right now. But you want to know what the best part is? We paid for the whole trip with your credit card, you stupid old hag. What? That's right. We're going to have the trip of a lifetime using your money. Wait a second. My credit card? You mean you took the credit card out of my wallet and took it with you to Hawaii? Oh, don't look at me. I didn't do it. It was all Jacob's idea. He's the one who took it while you weren't paying attention. And he is generous enough to let me use it to do all the shopping I want. I might even pick out a wedding dress while I'm here. I have a huge list of things I want to buy, and you're going to pay for all of it. Goodness gracious, it seems like you're completely unaware of how credit cards work. Huh? What are you talking about? I'm 20 years old, not 2. Everyone my age knows how to use credit cards. You take your items to the register, swipe the card in the machine, and poof! Like magic, it's all yours. What else is there to understand? That's literally how credit cards work. Now, if you'll excuse me, Jacob and I just got done with a long plane flight, so we're going to go ahead and lay down in bed. Don't worry, though, we're not sleeping together. As a matter of fact, I think we're going to stay up all night long. Have fun, I guess. Enjoy it while it lasts. Hello, Granny. Oh my God, we are having so much fun with your credit card. How does that make you feel, huh? Hey, are you there? Hello? Seriously, Liana, I know you're super duper jealous of me and your husband, but why won't you ever message me back? You're way too old to be acting like such a little brat, you know that? It's really lame. Oh well, I'll go ahead and write a list of all the things I've bought with your money so far. Here it goes. Alyssa, was it? Look, I understand that you're very young and inexperienced in the world, but you graduated from high school, didn't you? You're going to college at least, so you can't be telling me you've never heard of time zones. Huh? It's the middle of the night over here. If you'd like to gloat over stealing my husband away from me, then could you please look up what the time difference is between here and Hawaii and message me at a more reasonable time? Oh, shut up, Granny. I'll message you whenever I want to. So anyway, here's the list of all the stuff you've bought for me. Do you really think you're hurting me at all when you call me old Granny or whatever? I may have just about a decade on you in years, but first of all, that's hardly enough of an age gap for you to be calling me old. And second, I am not now, nor will I ever be ashamed of the fact that I have more experience and knowledge than you. That sounds exactly like what an old woman would say. Right. Well then, moving on. I've been trying to contact Jacob for the last few days to ask him when he plans on coming back from Hawaii, but he's not responding to my messages. Looks like he hasn't even read them. I assume that means he's blocked my number, so I thought I'd go ahead and confirm it with you. Are you planning on being back within the week? Like Saturday evening or something? Yeah, that's right. Hey, wait a minute. Is that really all you care about, when he's coming home? And one more thing, I decided to stay over at my parents' house for the time being. Okay, and? I'll leave the divorce agreement I had my lawyer put together on the table. Have Jacob look it over, sign it, and then the two of you are free to do whatever you want. Really? You mean I'm gonna get to live in your huge mansion? Mansion? Finally, I am so happy. You're finally getting out of our way. Me and Jacob can finally be together. Oh, and one more thing. I'm suing the both of you for your affair, so be prepared for that. Oh, really? Whatever, that's cool. Go ahead and sue us for however much you want. It won't make any difference to me. I'll just pay whatever the bill comes to with your credit card. You're gonna try to pay me with my own credit card? Duh, why wouldn't I? Anyway, I gotta go. I'll talk to you later, Granny. I need to get back to the bedroom. Jacob's waiting for me with a massive plate of room service that you're paying for. I think the fact that I don't have to pay for any of this food makes it taste even better. Bye-bye. Oh boy. Well, have fun, I guess. Hey, what gives? I just tried to use your credit card, but it didn't work. What did you do, Liana? You're just now figuring that out? I knew it! I knew you were behind this! Tell me what you did! Yeah, about that. I called the credit card company and had it deactivated days ago. You what? I knew just as soon as Jacob left the house to head to the airport that he had taken my credit card with him. He apparently just has too big of an ego to realize that I was aware of every single thing he was doing. It was clear that he was intending to rack up a massive bill at my expense, so I made the call immediately to report it stolen and have it deactivated. I'm just surprised it took you this long to notice. Wait, but that doesn't make any sense. I was using it with no problems until a little bit ago. What's going on? Remember a few days ago when I told you that you don't understand how credit cards work? Unauthorized use of someone else's credit card is illegal, even if the person using it is the owner's family member. That includes spouses, too. Are you serious? And the person who uses it is responsible for compensating the owner for every last cent that they spend. Again, it doesn't matter if they're married to the owner. Oh no, I had no idea. Come on, girl, really? What did you think a credit card was? Did you think it was like a money tree or something? The money just magically appears out of thin air? Are you really going to college with a brain like that? Well, yeah, I don't know. I didn't think about it that much. By the way, does Jacob have my credit card right now? Yeah, I think he does. He said that we'd be in trouble if we lost it or something, so he's been holding on to it. I see. Well, it looks to me like he's been paying for everything you've bought over there with his own credit card, not mine. What? Let me explain this to you in the simplest terms possible. Jacob took my credit card along with him on the trip because he didn't think I would notice. However, I did notice, and I moved immediately to report it stolen and have it deactivated. This put him in an uncomfortable situation, though. You, his mistress, were overjoyed at the prospect of not only stealing my husband, but also stealing thousands upon thousands of dollars from me. There was no way he could tell you that his master plan failed and that you would no longer be able to live large on his wife's dollar. So, you mean... So he lied to you. He told you that all of that money was coming out of my pocket when he was actually just using his own card. He put on a front just to impress you and make you happy. And now that you're about halfway through your trip, you finally exceeded the credit limit on Jacob's own credit card. The credit card company shut it down on their end to keep you from going any further over your limit. That sounds about right to me. Wait, are you telling me that Jacob has already spent all of his money on our trip to Hawaii? That he's penniless now? Did you happen to bring any cash with you, Alyssa? You might need it. No, I didn't bring any money at all. I figured that we were going to be able to use your credit card the whole time. I had no idea this would happen. And I have never had a credit card of my own. My parents have been paying for all my college expenses. My, oh my, you are in a world of trouble, aren't you? What am I going to do now? Like I know, you two lovebirds are going to have to figure out a way out of this mess by yourselves. What? You have to help us! What is it that you want me to do about your situation, Alyssa? I'm not in Hawaii. It's not like I could just walk over to your hotel and hand you a stack of cash. You can mail it to us or something. Uh-oh, looks like my phone is running out of battery. Hey! Gotta go charge my phone. Enjoy the rest of your trip. Wait, you can't just leave me like this! Liana, send me some money! I want a new pair of shoes! This cannot be happening. You call this a house? This isn't a house. It would barely even pass for a storage shed. I'm glad to see you managed to get back home without issue. Tell me, whatever did you do for the last half of your trip without any money? I'm curious how you managed to get by. Nothing. That's what we did. We didn't set foot outside the hotel room for the rest of the trip. The only reason we didn't starve is because Jacob booked us a meal plan along with the hotel. If that wasn't already paid for, we'd both be nothing but shriveled husks by now. Oh, that's great. Just goes to show you every cloud has a silver lining. This isn't a time for glass half full platitudes, Liana. I asked you a question. Now answer me. What the hell is up with your house? I thought you lived in a massive mansion next door. Huh? Oh, that house. Yeah, that house isn't ours. That's our landlord's house. Your landlord? So that's where you were confused. I was wondering what you were talking about when you mentioned living in a huge mansion. I don't understand. Our house was actually a guest house that our landlord built on part of his property. He didn't use it very often, though, so he had it renovated slightly into a standalone house and put it up for rental. That's why there's still that fancy stone fence wrapping around it. He only cut out a little bit of it in order to build a driveway. A lot of people who come by make the same mistake you did and end up going to our landlord's house looking for us. The address is almost exactly the same. The house number is just 310 instead of 312. Oh no. Oh, this can't be happening. So, Jacob's not a rich guy living in a huge mansion? Nope. He's just a mid-level employee at a mid-sized business, earning an average salary and living in an average-sized house. There's not much about him that isn't average. For the record, I actually make a little bit more money than he does. No way! Yes way, believe it or not, it's the truth. So I'm sorry to say, but you most likely won't be able to count on him paying your upcoming legal bills for you. You're gonna have to manage somehow on your own. Good luck! What? Oh, and one more thing. You don't need to waste your time telling your parents about your situation. I already contacted them for you. What did you do that for? I thought they might like to know what their daughter was doing with her time while she was supposed to be attending the college classes they were paying for. They felt so terrible about everything you've done to me, it was almost painful to watch them apologizing so profusely. They told me they weren't going to stand for this behavior from you and that they were going to pull their financial support. Oh, and not just for your college tuition, they said they wouldn't pay your legal bills either. You mean I'm gonna have to drop out of college? Well, that's a decision you'll have to make for yourself. Anyway, anything else you'd like to say to me, you can say to my lawyer. Your lawyer? I'm no good at explaining things to people with an IQ lower than room temperature. I think the details on what will happen to you next should come directly from a professional. Consider it an important part of your civic education. Not many people get first-hand experience with courts, lawyers, and lawsuits at your age. I don't want that kind of experience. I want fun. I bet you had plenty of fun in Hawaii, for the first part of your trip anyway. And with that, I have nothing more to say to you. Goodbye, Alyssa. Hey, wait, you can't do this to me! That evening, Jacob and Alyssa got into a massive argument about, well, just about everything. It got so bad that the neighbors ended up calling the police because they thought there was a domestic fight going on. This was too much for our landlord to deal with, so he immediately started eviction procedures. As for Alyssa, her parents came into town to pick her up and took her back to live with them on their farm outside of the city. Just as they had promised me, they cut off her funding, leaving her completely incapable of paying for her college education. She dropped out, and with no other job, they forced her to do the thing she hated most of all, manual labor. Perhaps somewhere between the sweat, dust, and manure, she'll learn a lesson or two, but I'm not very hopeful. A few months later, Jacob called me and begged me to take him back. Apparently, once his parents found out about precisely why he and I got divorced, they were so furious that they disowned him as their son and wrote him out of their will. Between their extravagant Hawaiian vacation and his alimony payments to me, all of Jacob's savings have vanished into thin air. And since all of his friends had abandoned him as well, there was no one else that he could turn to but me. Unfortunately for him, I was already seeing someone else, so I turned him down. Don't get me wrong, though, I wouldn't have taken him back even if I was single. As soon as I told him that, his end of the call went completely silent for a few seconds, followed by the sounds of him crying at the top of his lungs. I hung up the phone to let him sort out his emotional issues by himself. With him out of my life, I have found peace for the first time in as long as I can remember.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, so, you're Melody, right? The woman who moved in recently. Do I have the right number? Excuse me? Yes, that's me, but who are you? Are you kidding me? It's Agnes. Didn't you read the list of contact information for the other parents that was posted on the parents' chat group? You've got no excuse not to have my name and phone number saved in your contacts list yet. Agnes, oh, right. If I recall correctly, you were the woman wearing nothing but expensive brand clothing and carrying 2 designer purses for whatever reason? Yeah, duh. Who else but me has that kind of fashion sense in this podunk little town? Glad you finally remembered. Oh, so it was you then. Yeah, I don't suppose I'll ever be able to forget you, especially after you randomly started throwing punches at me. Randomly? Don't pretend like you didn't deserve every single punch I threw your way, you little brat. It was exactly what you deserved for having the nerve to talk back to me. You were smoking right in the middle of the park with dozens of kids around and a clearly posted no smoking sign. You were literally standing right next to it. Rules are for commoners, not for me. I can smoke wherever I want. Anyway, don't ever forget who I am again, got it? Trust me, Agnes, the first impression you left on me is one that will last a lifetime. right? I have a total superstar aura. That's exactly what makes me the boss around here. The boss? What do you mean? Oh, you are so lucky you're new here, or else I would have given you another couple punches for being so stupid as to ask me that question. So here's the deal. I'm the boss. That's it. Simple, right? I'm the boss, and all the other moms at the school do what I say when I say. And if you don't like it, well, you might just have a little run-in with my associates. Okay, I'll bite. Who are your associates? Let me put it to you this way. You don't want to know who my associates are. I see you're fully committed to beating around the bush as much as possible. Tell you what, do you really want to know? Don't say I didn't warn you, but if you ask any of the other moms at the school, they'll let you in on the nitty-gritty. Then you'll know just how powerful I am. And that's all the hints you'll be getting, so don't bother asking for more. Now, be a good little girl, do your homework, and never, ever talk back to me again if you know what's good for you. Capiche? Hey there, Kendra. Hope you're doing well today. Are you busy right now? There's something I wanted to talk to you about. Hi, Melody. Sure, I'm free right now. What's up? I really hate to drag you into this, but I just moved back into town after being away for a long time, and today was my son's first day in his new daycare. I was invited to the group chat for all the parents at the school, and then all of a sudden I was given a rather forceful introduction to a woman who calls herself the boss mom. Oh, you cannot be serious. She is still going around calling herself that, huh? Oh, by the way, what daycare are you sending your son to? The same one I went to when I was a kid? Wow, really? Well, that's pretty cool. It must bring back a lot of memories for you. Yeah, it's a weird feeling. I was a bit surprised they had any openings, to be honest. I must have just moved back at a really lucky time. For real, lucky you. Anyway, about the woman you were talking about, there's only one woman I know who would introduce herself as Boss Mom. You know her? Yeah, kinda. The queen of branded clothing, the empress of carrying around 2 designer purses just to show off. Her Royal Majesty, Boss Mom Agnes. Right. Okay, so it's not just me who thinks it's super weird to carry 2 massive purses. Well, that's great to know. Agnes moved into town with her whole family a little bit after you got married and moved away. They're in different grades, but her oldest child is attending the same school as mine. And yeah, she is every bit the boss mom over there, too. I've never in my entire life seen someone who refers to themselves as boss mom. It's so cringe. I know. The secondhand embarrassment is really bad. Oh, and by the way, for whatever reason, she's been working really hard to get me to become friends with her. Believe me, though, I have absolutely zero intentions of becoming best buddies with her. Yuck. Man, the more I hear about this woman, the less I want to do with her. But her whole boss mom thing, that's not, like, a real thing, is it? I mean, she only sees herself as that, right? None of the other moms actually let her boss them around or anything. Yep, that's exactly right. So, is there a reason you're asking me about her? Like, did something happen? Is she giving you crap about something? It's a bit more than that, actually. She punched me. What? She was literally standing directly next to a no smoking sign. My first thought was that she was doing one of those prank YouTube videos or something, but no, she was for real. I asked her to stop smoking and she immediately started swinging. She only managed to land one on my cheek, which is a little swollen, but not too bad. I was just about to walk away, but some other woman who was standing there started freaking out and called an ambulance for me. It turned out that I did cut the inside of my mouth a little bit, so I went to the doctor later that afternoon and got him to write up an official doctor's report for my injury. Wait a minute, you're telling me she punched you right in the face, and you didn't punch back? Not even once? Yeah, well, when you're someone like me, you have to be really careful about who you choose to defend yourself against. It can get ugly really quick. Oh, yeah, good point. I could tell from the way she was swinging that she'd never had any actual training or done much of any real fighting at all. She just caught me off guard is all. Sure, I didn't feel great to let her get the last laugh, but I figured that just taking the L and walking away would be a better option than fighting back and getting the police involved. Man, you have nerves of steel, Melody. I could never let her get away with that. Well, the more important reason for not fighting back was that both of our kids were there at the park with us that day. I didn't want them or the other kids to have to deal with the trauma of watching two fully grown adults fighting each other in broad daylight. Yeah, I guess you're right. But anyway, getting back to the main point of the conversation, would you mind telling me a bit more about this Agnes woman? I have a few more questions I'd like to ask you. All right, well then would you like to come over and have a cup of tea with me? Oh, I have a better idea. My cousin owns an adorable little cafe down on Main Street. Do you want to go there? I know you'll love it. I've always wanted to get the opportunity to take you there one day. Oh, really? Oh, that sounds awesome. I'm in. When and where should we meet up? I'll go ahead and swing by your house and pick you up. Would me getting there in about a half hour work for you? Yep, I'll be waiting. Melody, what the hell do you think you're doing? I know you're trying to get Kendra to be your friend, but it's not gonna work, so don't bother. What would be the point in being your friend anyway? You're nobody, and I'm the boss mom. Kendra is really something else, though. Listen to this. A while back, there was a woman at the daycare who was giving Kendra all sorts of trouble, and you know who stepped in to get her to lay off? The Petrelli family. Oh, that's right. You probably don't know about the Petrelli family. The Petrelli family is a very influential family around these parts. They own a bunch of different companies, but those are all fronts for their real operations. Trust me, you do not want to get on their bad side. Bad things happen to those who get on their bad side. But get on their good side? The world is your oyster, baby girl. And Kendra just so happens to be friends with the daughter of the patriarch of the Petrelli family. I have no idea how someone who just rolled into town a few weeks ago like you has already met someone as influential as Kendra. But you'd better not be getting any big ideas about her, got it? She'll never be your friend, ever. And even if you somehow did manage to get on her good side, it's not going to mean anything about the relationship between you and me. I'm still boss mom, capiche? Oh, would you please stop going on and on about this? I am so bored. Look, Kendra happens to be an old friend of mine. We've known each other since we were little kids. Huh? As if I was ever going to believe that. How could you possibly have known her since you were kids? You just moved into town a few weeks ago. Yeah, I've been living in another city for a while, but I was born here. This is my hometown. The house I grew up in is just a little ways down the road from my new house. You can keep telling that BS story as long as you want, but I ain't buying, sister. And I ain't selling, sister. After I got married, I moved in with him in his house because that was where he needed to be for work. But he just got transferred to a nearby branch office this spring. So I figured it would be a good opportunity to come back and see all the people I've been missing for several years. Oh my God, you are really committed to this bit, aren't you? I told you, I don't believe it for 1 second. You're free to believe what I'm telling you or not. I don't really care. Actually, you know what? Keep on doubting me. That's gonna make what happens next way funnier. What are you even talking about? You're such a weirdo loser, Melody. Looks like you've left me with no choice. I didn't want to have to play this card so early on, but I think you still don't know who it is you're up against with me, so let me give you one final warning. If you report what happened yesterday to the police, you're going to be sleeping with the fishes by sundown. Sleeping with the fishes? Interesting. That's the sort of thing that people in mobster movies say. Are you trying to tell me you have connections to the local underworld? Oh, I guess you're not as dumb as I thought. You've got that right, girlie. I'm a bona fide member of the local mafia. Oh, you are you? So, by sleep with the fishes, do you mean get passed out drunk at a sushi restaurant or something? Huh? What are you talking about? I'm sorry, it's just that you're claiming to be a mafia member to try and get me to not report a minor incident of assault and battery, and it's just so pathetically lame. Hey, you can't talk to me like that. I am dead serious. I am a member of the mafia. And not just any old member, my husband's the underboss. I guess I need to show you how serious I am. I think I might just have to go and have a talk with the Godfather myself. He'll send one of our enforcers by to teach you some manners. Maybe a couple weeks in the hospital might be enough to show you once and for all that this is my town. I'm the boss mom and you will do what I say when I say. I warned you that this would happen, Melody, but you just didn't listen. Okay, I've officially run out of patience. So let me get this straight. You're going to go talk to the Godfather and have him send one of his enforcers to assault me. Is that it? How about I save you both the trouble? Let's go and see him together right now. You and me. Wait, but did you hear me? I just told you I want to see the Godfather. Well, take me to see him. Actually, I was just in the middle of a thing, and I need to head over to a place in just a few minutes, so now's not a good time. Okay, then I'll go see him myself. Where's he live? Well, he lives over by the Central Park. His house is the biggest one in the whole town. I see. Well, I know where that is, so thanks for letting me know. Hey, wait! You're not really gonna go there, are you? Kendra, this is bad. I am in big trouble. Really big trouble. I need your help, Kendra. You've got to do something. What do you want from me, Agnes? We're nowhere near good enough friends for you to be calling me in a pinch like this. I would rather do literally anything else than help you out of whatever trouble you've gotten yourself into, so could you please ask someone else, anyone else? But you don't understand. There's a new woman in town who's pretending to be an old friend of yours, and she's just about to go storm into the Petrelli family mansion downtown. Huh? There's someone pretending to be a friend of mine? I saw the two of you together today. You were sitting together at that tacky cafe on Main Street. I figured she invited you there in a failed attempt to impress you. You're saying you saw a woman together with me at a cafe, and you still didn't believe her when she said we were friends? All right, then. You're talking about Melody, right? Yes, that's her. And you're saying that Melody's about to go to the Petrelli family mansion? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Okay, then what on earth are you acting so upset about? Do I need to tell you? Seriously, Agnes, what's your problem? Is this really something to be getting so worked up about? But, let me start over. I don't think you understand. Melanie is about to storm into the house of the biggest mafia family in the entire state. She's gonna get herself killed. Oh, I think I see what's going on here. You tried to pull your "my husband's the underboss of the local mafia" routine on her, didn't you? Well, maybe. So that's a yes. My guess is she called you on your bluff and asked for the Godfather's address. And you told her about the Petrelli mansion near Central Park. Do I have all of that right? How did you know about all of that? She told me about it herself. She's sitting right next to me. What? She is? But why? Why would you waste your time on that pathetic little nobody? She just came into town a few weeks ago. She doesn't deserve your company. You should be hanging out with me. I'm the boss mom. You make a strong case, but I'll stick with Melody, thanks. After all, Melody and I have known each other since we were both little kids. You mean she was telling the truth? If you were paying attention, you could have figured that out quite some time ago by yourself. I don't believe it. She actually was friends with you? And one more thing. I know that you're only trying to become my friend because you heard the rumors that the Petrelli family worked their magic in order to get one of the other moms at my kids' daycare to stop being such a nuisance. It's all just part of your scheme to add some weight to your self-described position of boss mom, am I right? Well, you see, it's just that, well, we boss moms have to stick together, don't we? You're the boss mom at your school, and I'm the boss mom at mine, so I figured we could do some boss mom networking. First off, I am not a boss mom. Second, all you've been doing is threatening people into doing what you want by saying that your husband is some big shot in the mafia. Have you really not noticed that nobody believes that story? Not one single person? Yes, they do! No, they don't. No one thinks you're actually the boss mom, whatever that bogus title means. Well, be that as it may, until someone else comes to challenge my position, I am still the only official boss mom at my child's daycare. And Melody has been nothing but disrespectful to me since the first day she moved in. So I suppose I'll leave her to her own devices. If she wants to storm into the house of the biggest mobster in the state, then she can go ahead and get herself killed. See if I care. If she's lucky, maybe they'll let her off with just breaking her legs. Maybe some time in a wheelchair will teach her not to cross me. Would you like to know what Melody's maiden name is? It's Petrelli. What? Petrelli? Do you mean that Petrelli? Melody is the one who used her connections in the Petrelli family to get that awful woman to stop keying my car and pay me the damages she owed me for all the repairs I had to do. No, I don't believe this. Are you saying? Yes, that's precisely what I'm saying. Melody is the daughter of the godfather of the Petrelli family. That's impossible! It's true, though. So you might have been trying to trick her into getting hurt by telling her to go to the Petrelli family mansion, but for her, that's just a normal trip home to see her parents and friends. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no, what have I done? Looks like you're finally realizing just how big of a mistake you've made. This is the end of the line for me. I'm done for. What's going on, Melody? There is a black panel van outside of my house and a bunch of huge guys in suits just stepped out. They're walking this way. It's the Petrelli family, isn't it? What have I done to deserve this? While Kendra was busy keeping Agnes busy with all those text messages, I was making a phone call of my own. Not to my father or anything, it was to Agnes's husband. Fortunately, his name was also on the emergency contact list for the school, so I dialed him up and gave him a quick rundown of the situation. He ran straight down to the Petrelli family mansion to see my father, kissed his ring, and apologized profusely for his wife's behavior. A few days later, he served her with divorce papers. From what I heard, her husband was given full custody of all of their children. While that was going down, Agnes's parents came in from out of state to talk to my father, and he made them an offer they couldn't refuse. Not because he was threatening them, but because it was just way too good of an offer to pass up. And that offer was directly connected to the text Agnes sent me about the black panel van pulling up to her house. I think that's going to be the last text she sends to me or anyone else for a very long time. With the double shot of child support payments to her husband and punitive damages for punching me, she'll be working at one of the many fine Petrelli family businesses until she's in her 70s to pay all of that off. I hope she'll learn her lesson between now and then, but I'm doubtful.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, Molly. So what's going on with Steve's funeral?
Oh, hey, Dad. Perfect timing. I've been meaning to talk to you.
If you've got something planned, then hurry up and tell me when it's gonna be. Unlike some people I know, I have a life.
Yeah, I was just about to send you the details. The visitation is going to be this Friday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., and the funeral will start at 1 p.m. the next day.
Got it.
Hey, Dad? I'm only saying this because I remember what happened at Mom's funeral, but please, Dad, can you please not make any inappropriate comments about your business relationships at Steve's funeral? Like, about primary contractors and subcontractors and all?
What are you saying?
Well, your company doesn't have any direct connections with my husband's company, but you do share some of the same clients, right? Basically, there are probably going to be some people at the funeral from companies that you've met before and do business with. So before you come, I'd just like you to keep in mind that anything inappropriate that you say or do at Steve's funeral will probably have a much bigger impact than what you did at Mom's funeral.
I don't get it. What's your problem?
I mean, you have this thing about business relationships. Like primary contractors are the most important and subcontractors are just underlings or something.
Yeah, and? Your point? People need to know their place in this world.
Yes, that's certainly true about some things, but you're choosing a very specific and very, outdated issue to focus on, is what I'm saying. Remember, my husband's parents lost their son when he was just 25 years old, and the funeral is supposed to be a place where they can say their proper goodbyes and find some sense of peace. Please, Dad, I'm begging you, don't go saying anything untoward to them during the funeral, okay? Dad? I was very explicit when I talked to you before. Would you mind explaining why you screamed, "Know your place, peasant," at the representative of one of your client companies and kicked him out of the church?
Huh? Oh, you mean that little upstart from Arthurvale Manufacturing? That pathetic little factory outside of town? That place is a subcontractor of one of my subcontractors. We got a big deadline coming up. Who does he think he is showing up at a funeral when the only reason he even exists is to meet that deadline?
I don't believe this.
Oh yeah, and about your husband. Just because he went and kicked the bucket doesn't mean I'm gonna let you live off my money again. You got that?
What?
I don't want you to ruin our family's reputation by coming back to live with us because you can't make it on your own. If you need help, go and live with his peasant family.
Excuse me? What is going on with you, Dad? What do you mean, live off your money?
I'm just making sure you don't go and get your hopes up, that's all. I spoke in plain English, so I won't let you pretend that you don't know what I'm talking about.
No, Dad. I have literally zero clue what you're talking about.
Then how about this? I'm disowning you.
Huh?
Don't ever show your face around my house ever again, little girl. You're no daughter of mine.
Oh, so I don't have to go see you anymore?
Have to?
You're saying I don't need to come visit you on holidays like Christmas, Easter, birthdays, that sort of thing?
Well, yeah, you're not allowed to come visit me.
I really don't get what your angle is with this, but your terms are acceptable. Thanks for letting me know you're cutting ties with me, Dad. That saves me a lot of trouble.
Hold on.
Mom's sister took all of her things from your house after she died, and I don't have anything of value left over there, so anything that's still there can be thrown away. Really, you've just saved me the trouble of disposing of a lot of old junk. I was dreading having to do that by myself.
Molly?
Let me just say this, Dad. You've disowned me of your own volition. I'm not your daughter anymore. You're not my father anymore. So don't come crying to me for help when everything comes crashing down around you. Goodbye.
What the? Hey, Molly! What's going on? What's the meaning of this? You're remarried? When did this happen?
What do you mean? My husband is my first and only husband.
Wait, what? But that doesn't make sense. Steve's dead, right? Like dead, gone. But now I'm reading in this interview online that your husband is the next in line to be the CEO of Straver Industries?
Oh, yes, my husband is set to be the next CEO of Straver Industries. But what does that have to do with Steve? I really don't see what the relevance is here.
Huh? Your husband has only been dead for a week. You should be in mourning, but you're already remarried to some wealthy, powerful businessman?
What? My husband is as healthy as a horse, Dad. I don't think I've ever seen him catch a cold. I've been married to the CEO of Straver this whole time.
Are you drunk or something? I saw you at the funeral. You were clinging onto the casket, crying your eyes out.
Oh, that? That wasn't me, Dad. That was the woman who spent so much of his money that he divorced her, his ex-wife.
I'm very confused.
Well, it had only been about 3 months since they got divorced, so I thought she deserved to know about his passing and the date and location of the funeral. Looks like she never really was able to get over him. I felt pretty bad for her. She absolutely fell apart in front of everyone.
I'm still confused. This ex-wife, who is she?
You know who she is. She's our very own prodigal daughter. She suddenly up and left home one day, and we haven't heard from her in about 10 years before she randomly showed up a year ago. She's my twin sister, Mandy.
This is giving me a headache. Your sister?
As far as twins go, we definitely do look a lot alike, and given the circumstances, I'm not surprised you couldn't tell the difference between us. But seriously, not only could you not tell the difference between us, you forgot who we married? Like, for real, Dad?
Oh, yeah. In my defense, both of you brought your fiancés to the house at around the same time, so it's pretty understandable that I'd mix them up.
Oh no, don't tell me. Did you make the exact same mistake that she did?
What mistake?
You're clearly having a hard time with this, so I'll start from the beginning. I've been dating the same guy ever since we were both in high school, remember? And that guy is Steve's younger brother.
His younger brother? Oh! Your sister got married to the older brother, Steve, and you were dating the younger brother, Stuart!
Yep, that's right. Stuart has been in line to inherit the leadership of Straver from his father ever since he started going to college. So he was going through a sort of business apprenticeship with his father while going to school.
Wait, but Stuart is the younger son. Why would he be the one to inherit the business? What about Steve? He's the older son.
Well, their dad had a long talk with the both of them about what their goals were for the future, and in the end, Steve decided that he would rather forge his own path in life, so it was decided to pass the company on to Stuart. And by the way, Mandy swooped back into town like a vulture when she heard the news that I was engaged to the next CEO of Straver Industries. But it seems that, just like you, she also operated under the assumption that the firstborn son would be the one who got the company. Since she thought I was engaged to Steve, Mandy started in on a massive effort to steal him away from me and secure her business as the wife of a wealthy businessman.
I see.
She managed to win his heart, and they even got married in short order. But just when she thought that she had succeeded in pushing me to the side, she had the horrifying revelation that it was Stuart and not Steve who would be taking over the company. It came as a massive shock to her.
Yeah, I can imagine.
That wasn't the end, though. After they got divorced, Mandy realized that she had actually fallen in love with him, even if he wasn't the wealthy businessman she thought he was. She even threw herself at his feet and begged him to take her back. But, well, she was just too late.
Oh, I guess that explains why she was crying like that.
Well, that's the end of the story. Did you get all that? Don't worry about Mandy. Aunt Gracie said she's going to look after her for the time being. You can leave her to us.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for that.
It's strange to hear from you so soon, though, Dad. Didn't you just disown me as your daughter a few days ago?
Oh, I guess I did. Hey!
What do you want now?
It's about my subcontractor, Arthurvale Manufacturing.
Okay, what about them?
Their president is the younger brother of the chairman of the board of Straver Industries?
Yeah?
Yeah, well, why didn't you tell me about that?
Good grief, Dad, you really didn't know? Straver's chairman's brother founded Arthurvale after retiring from Straver with the explicit purpose of training up new talent to support the industry's future. It was all in the papers. It's intentionally kept as a small-scale operation due to its purpose as a training company. So they typically only do small-order subcontracting orders. It's their bread and butter. Seriously, I thought this was common knowledge for the local business community.
I had no idea.
Oh, for the love of... So you really didn't know then?
Oh no, what am I gonna do now?
Okay, I'll bite. What's the matter, Dad?
I've got to figure out some way to make it up to Arthurvale's president.
I think I know what's going on, but go ahead and spell it out for me.
I've been getting call after call from clients the last few days saying they're cutting off our business relationships. I was completely floored when one of our biggest clients said that, and when I asked them why, they said that they had heard about my behavior at Steve's funeral the other day, and they didn't want to be associated with someone who made such inflammatory remarks anymore, so they're cutting ties.
Yeah, that's what I thought you'd say.
But it doesn't make any sense. What did I say that was inflammatory?
You still don't get it? Arthurvale is a small-scale operation, but the technicians who train there go on to take on important roles at multiple manufacturers all over the region. There are even some alumni who have gone on to launch massively successful companies of their own. Wherever they end up, though, the common thread between everyone who works at Arthurvale is that they are fiercely, passionately loyal to the company. Which brings us to the question of what was so inflammatory? At the funeral for a young man who died at 25 years old, you shouted at an Arthurvale representative as if you were some kind of medieval noble lording over the local serfs. You ticked off a lot of people that day. And given how loyal Arthurvale alumni are, it's only reasonable that the ones in position to do so would make moves against you and your company.
Oh no. I had no idea what sort of place Arthurvale was. If I had known, I never would have said those things about them.
You shouldn't have said those things regardless of who you were saying them about. Have you no common sense?
Of course I do.
No, Dad. The way you're responding to this is basically proof positive that you do not. If you did, you wouldn't have put yourself in this position in the first place.
Come on, Molly. You've got to do something about this.
Huh? Why should I?
Isn't it obvious you're married to one of the most influential business families in the state? That makes me the father-in-law of the next CEO of Straver Industries. I'm in a way stronger position than the president of Arthravale. If I use my relationship with you as leverage, I can get that old geezer to do anything I want. You can save my company.
I hate to tell you, Dad, but I doubt that would work even if I tried.
Why, though?
Because it's not just my husband. The entire corporate philosophy of Straver is uniting with firms both big and small within the industry to form a mutual support network. In short, they hate businessmen like you.
No.
You really have no ground to be complaining to me in the first place.
Please, Molly, can't you do something? It doesn't have to be out in public. Can't you just kind of give them a subtle threat behind closed doors?
No, I'm not a jerk, but seriously though, did you forget again that you disowned me?
That's not important right now.
It kind of is, but even if you were still my father, I would never do such a dirty, underhanded thing for you. Goodbye for real this time.
Molly, wait! Molly, you've got to lend me some money. Your husband's family has more money than most countries. You should be able to get me what I need with zero trouble. I've lost over 90% of my clients. I can't go on like this. It's going to drive me into bankruptcy. You can't let that happen to me. I don't need that much, just a couple $1 million to hold my company over until we can secure some new clients. Molly!
The only reason I didn't block his number after he disowned me as his daughter was because my father-in-law, the current CEO of Straver Industries, personally requested that I did not do so. As I mentioned before, my father-in-law and my dad never had any direct business connections, but seeing as though both me and my sister married into the same family, they've met each other on a few occasions. He came to me and said that he wanted to see whether or not my dad was someone who was worthy of his help, as the father of his daughter-in-law. If my dad showed any sort of remorse for what he'd done, he would have been more than willing to help bring his company back from the brink of destruction. But alas, as you can see, my dad is incapable of remorse. We had a family conference, and after seeing my dad's last few texts, the decision was unanimous. Let him take care of himself. My dad's company went bankrupt a few weeks later. He was up to his eyeballs in debt, and with that personality of his, he didn't have any friends left who would be willing to save him. While rusty, he did still have some skills left from his days as a regular employee in a local factory. So he had no choice but to use those skills to start over from the bottom while desperately trying to pay back his debts.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Daphne, it's now been 1 whole year since we last chatted. Huh? Raya? You didn't even come to Dad's memorial. What is wrong with you? At the time, I had a date planned with my boyfriend who I'm now living with. I had no other choice but to skip that memorial. Are you kidding me? You really need to get your priorities straight, woman. The only thing you ever showed up to regarding Dad and the family was the talks about his will. Then besides that, you never came to anything else, not even his funeral. Because when Dad's funeral came up, I was on vacation with my boyfriend. Like I said, get your priorities straight. Jeez, shut up about all the stuff that happened in the past, please. I don't care that it's in the past. You need to be scolded for what you did. Well, if that's the case, then I think you need a little bit of butt chewing as well there. What are you talking about? Daphne, you moved into a condo, right? What? I've always been living in this condo. And Mom is living there with you now, right? Well, yeah. After we finished up with all the things regarding Dad, Mom went and stopped paying for that house and came to live with me here. Why the hell do you want to talk about all of that, though? I'm coming there at the end of this week, so I'll talk to you then. Wait, you're coming here? Yes, get me a room ready, please. Huh? Raya, there isn't a room here for you, though, okay? See ya! Daphne, bring me a coffee and some of that cake. Excuse me? You only just got here and you're already spreading your legs out like this place has always been yours. Who cares? I'm here to relax and catch a break for once. It's not like you ever have anything going on, right? I am working. Really? All I've seen is you locked up inside your bedroom all day, though. I'm sure you're just in there playing video games all day or something, right? Now hurry up and get me a coffee and some cake. There isn't any cake or coffee here. What? Are you sure? Then go buy some for me right now, please. Go and buy those things your freaking self. Then give me some money so that I can do that. If you want coffee and cake so bad, buy them with your own money. Brayden, have you finished work yet?
Hey, Daphne. I just got back home from work and I'm gonna relax now.
I hope you had a good day at work then today.
Thanks. By the way, I forgot to ask, how has everything over there been going? Did you finish up all those preparations you had? I know that you had another project pop up that you needed to start working on, so if you need me to come over, I can help you out some.
Ever since the last time we talked, some things have come up, and I want to ask you about them. This is a bit of an emergency, actually.
What's happened?
I don't want to talk over the phone at the risk of others hearing me, so can I just explain things through text to you?
Go right ahead. What ended up happening to you?
Actually, 10 days ago, my younger sister came hurtling into my place and has been staying here ever since.
What? Your younger sister? Wasn't she the one that got kicked out of your house 2 years ago by your dad after getting into a fight with him? And then a year later, she didn't even show up to your dad's funeral or memorial, only coming to those talks about your dad's will?
Yeah, that's the one. When she didn't even come to my dad's memorial, I was seriously wondering what had happened to her. But then 10 days ago, she just came crashing into my place and hasn't left since.
Really? And has your mom said anything about that? I mean, she's still living with you, right?
Of course, she's still in love with my sister for some reason. I wasn't even going to open the door for my sister to come in, but then while I was on the phone with work, my mom answered the door and let that monster walk inside.
Oh, then since that day, she's been sitting around in your house the whole time?
That's right. She told me about how she's been living together with her boyfriend for a while, so I assumed that after a few days she'd be going back home to him. But I'm starting to think that the whole reason she's come here now is because she had a fight with said boyfriend and he kicked her out of his place.
Ah, and she had nowhere else to go after that besides your place.
My mom was originally living in the house she had with my dad, but after he passed, she had to leave it because she didn't work and didn't want to waste any more money on the place. I'm sure she would have gone to that house had my mom still been living there, but now here she is in my place, taking up the room I had finally just cleared out. And to make matters worse, every day I see more and more of her things arriving here, so I think my sister's going to be staying for good.
I see. I kind of thought that your mom would have done something about that, considering she knows what you're planning on doing. Yet she just didn't?
The only thing she ever says to me is that she's happy to have her younger daughter living back at home with her, so she wants things to stay this way. I get that to my mom, having people around the house to help her is the best thing for her, and so having the both of us here makes her feel good.
But to you and I, that was a big mistake on her part.
I'm sorry that a problem like this had to start when we came so far.
Why are you apologizing to me? You haven't done a single thing wrong, Daphne.
Well, thank you for saying that, but...
Then let's do this. Remember that plan we made up before?
Are you talking about...
I can say that I'm ready anytime that I want to. But of course, you do have your job still, which may or may not get in the way of everything we'd planned.
I'm sure I can figure something out there. No, I will figure something out there, as a matter of fact. Honestly, I figured that my job has become pretty smooth now, so that might be why I allowed things like my sister to come and sit in my condo now. Which means I am very much used to my job now and can make things work around it. So we have to act now. We have to.
Understood. I can start helping you out with some of the things you have in mind, and I can get a car over there to start help with moving things. When you're ready for me, please give me the signal.
I can do that. And thank you. Daphne, I need tea and some cookies. There are some cookies in the kitchen and tea in the cupboard, so go and get it all yourself. What? I'm seriously busy with my work right now, which means I have zero time right now to be your servant or anything. What the heck? Trying to act like you're actually working at a company job right now is so uncool of you. Shut the hell up already. I'm working and don't need to have my phone going off all day. What?
Good morning, Daphne. Has everything been going as planned over there?
Yeah, I think that I'm getting everything done that I need to.
By the way, you were saying before that today is the day you'd be going out to meet with one of the leaders? I was wondering if you'd have around 5 to 10 minutes to meet up with me and talk.
Good point. We need to have a talk about our progress. I want to have a talk about our progress. Oh, that's right. I have something I need taken away, so I was wondering if I could get you to come and get it for me. Could you do that?
I can make it happen. Does that mean you'd like me to bring the car along?
It's nothing that big where you'd need a car. I already have it all packed away in my tote bag, so I can just bring it with me and then hand it over to you when we meet.
Sounds good.
All right. When I'm done talking with this guy, I'll give you a call and tell you where you can meet me.
I'll be waiting.
Daphne! Hey, that blue sweater that you had in your dresser is no longer in there. I was thinking of taking it from you. I knew it. What? I knew that you'd been looking at me like you wanted to wear my clothing whenever you saw me around the house. Huh? I have not been looking at you that way. Well, those clothes are all things that my boyfriend has gotten me for my birthday, which means you're not getting any of them from me, and I will sure as hell not let you borrow them either, so I made sure to hide them. What? Daphne, you had a boyfriend? I still have a boyfriend. Well, if that's the case, I'm not going to let you back into your place. What? Daphne, why don't you just head over to your boyfriend's place from now on and stay there? Yes, that's what you're going to do. From now on, I'm going to be living with Mom in this condo. So you don't have to worry about us two anymore. Wow. So you're going to really be able to take care of Mom all by yourself? Sure. I'll make sure she's all right here. And Mom's been thinking for a bit now that I'm a lot better than you. Is that so? Well, if that's what she thinks, then you can have her. I will. And you know why this is all happening? Because you were always so frickin' mean to Mom and I. I'm the mean one, huh? Neither of us like the fact that you've been sucking Mom dry of all the money she got from Dad like a little parasite when you still don't have a job, so we want you gone for good. Dad's money? And you think I still don't have a job? So now you're calling me a parasite. This condo, Mom bought it using the money she inherited from Dad after he died, right? And in that condo she bought, a jobless loser like yourself came crashing in and have been living there since, sucking Mom dry of all the money that Dad had left with her. That condo is mine, actually, and I have been working for a long time now. Really? You think I'm going to buy that now? No way that's the truth, when all you do is hide in that room of yours all day, playing video games and smelling the place up. I'm sure with you being younger than me, you've heard of the term remote worker, right? Then if you've been working this whole time, I want you to start giving me $2,000 a month. I'll use you like the ATM you were meant to be. Like the ATM I was meant to be? If you're able to do that for me, then I might just be willing to let you come back to this condo every so often to see Mom and I here. It's funny that you have the nerve to run your mouth like that when you have no idea what's even been going on. In other words, you can't send me $2,000 a month, can you? So, since that's the case, I want you coming here right now to grab all of your things and take them out of here with you. Understood. I'll be out of that place in 3 hours then. And don't you ever come back here again. Hold on a second, Daphne. A bunch of movers just came into the condo and have started to take all sorts of things out of here without even telling Mom or I what's going on. I told you I'd be out of there in 3 hours, right? I had to call them and see how quickly they could get to the condo, which took me close to an hour to set up. So with their help, I should have all my things out of that condo and will stay out of there for the rest of my life. I told them to get it done within 2 hours, so that'll mean 3 hours has gone by in total, right? Please tell Mom that you both need to do your best not to get in the way of those movers so they can get their job done. Are you listening to me, Daphne? Those buttholes just took the fridge and the washing machine with them. Why the hell are they taking away all of the appliances here as well? No, they're taking the TV in the living room now, too. Wait, the oven and the microwave as well? Why did the two of them just walk out of here with the dryer? No, wait! Some of them are taking away the sofa and coffee table, too. They are taking literally everything out of this place now, and it's becoming completely empty. Why? Why are they doing this? Why, Daphne? All of those movers have left the place now, and there is barely anything left in this condo. I just looked through all the cupboards and drawers in the kitchen, and things like the pots and pans are all gone. The toaster, the blender, they even took the fan that was in the living room and the lamps. There is literally nothing left in this place now. What the hell is going on here, Daphne? Remember that condo is under my name and that I was the one who had bought it. Huh? And as for all the furniture in that condo, as well as the appliances and cooking utensils and pretty much everything else, they were all bought with my money. So I'm taking them all with me now. Then how the hell are Mom and I supposed to live here? We can't. But I recall you telling me to get all of my things out of that place as well as myself today. Did you not really mean all of that, Raya? I needed to find myself a place to move into as well today. So, since I've got a new place now and am moving there, I wasn't going to just leave all my things there, right? Wait! All of that crap you keep saying right now is completely wrong. It's all contradicting everything. Tell me what all is wrong and what all is contradicting what to you. First off, there is no frickin' way that an unemployed loser like yourself would have been able to pay for a condo as gorgeous as this one. And like I've said hundreds of times now, I'm not unemployed. Then tell me, what kind of job are you working right now? You said before that you work remotely, which means you can't possibly be making enough to afford this place, right? I'm a cartoon creator. Huh? There's nothing else I'd like to tell you about my job because that kind of detail is not worth my time, so don't ask me anything else. Just know that with the job I have, I am very much able to afford a place like that one. You're lying. I don't ask that you believe any of this. It's not like you or I are ever going to see or hear from one another again, right? What? I'm not kidding around anymore. Finally, it's about time this happened. When Dad passed away, it was found that he didn't die with any kind of debt, but he only had around $8,000 left in his savings. He only had $8,000 left? The will said that he wanted $8,000 split between Mom, you, and myself. But I wasn't really in any need of money, and so I told the lawyer to leave me out of it and let you and Mom deal with his money. Then that $4,000 that came into my account a year ago, that wasn't because you ended up taking most of the money Dad had left behind with you and Mom. I asked that you and Mom each get half of what Dad had left, and that $4,000 was half. Are you serious? But you've always been so mean. Oh, God damn it. You are such a pain in the ass to deal with that I've already had enough. What? Mom is the one that has that will with Dad from her, so go and ask her to show it to you so that you can see what I'm talking about instead of always acting like I've taken all the money. I'm done explaining this to you because you never ever listen. Wait, Daphne? I'm going to get married to my boyfriend who works in the transportation industry, which means I'm going to have to move all the way out to where he's living because he has a good job but has to work from there. Therefore, I'm having that condo sold and it will be gone by the end of this month. What? You both find yourself a new place to live and get the hell out of there. Wait, what about Mom? You told me that you'd be taking care of her from now on, right? I only said that because I thought she had a lot more money from Dad. Is that right? So this whole time you'd been making it sound like I was the one after all of Dad's money when it's really been you who's wanted it and couldn't share. No, wait. For what? For you to tell me your excuse? No thanks. Now go and tell Mom the news and let her know that you'll be finding you both a new place to move to soon. Wait, I didn't mean that. Screw off. What? I'm out of here. After that, I started to get a lot of calls from my mom wanting to talk with me about what had happened. She then sent me a text explaining everything she thought I knew she meant. Apparently to her, she thought that by having her cute younger daughter and I living there, she could enjoy the presence of Raya while having me pay for everything so they didn't have to. So that's the kind of dream my mom was having? Well, I hope she understands that I'm not anyone's ATM, and that if she wants to be taken care of so badly while also having her cute little Raya around, then she can just ask Raya to pay for everything and stay by her side. Not too long after I left, the man that kicked my little sister out of his house asking for a breakup wanted her back. Although, instead of coming out to talk about it directly to her, he began to stalk her and my mom at that condo. Originally, the reason all of their fighting had started in the first place was because Raya was spending so much of his money on the most needless things. But it seems that he completely forgot that that was the whole reason he kicked her out in the first place. Him coming back into Raya's life as her stalker dragged both her and our mom into some chaos. After having a week of those two always having to fight the stalker off, they called the police and had the man taken away. But this then led to the owner of said condo building kicking them out and finishing the sale on that place. With nowhere else to go, those two were taken into my mom's brother's home, where he told them they had to start working if they wanted to continue living with him. Now they're both working alongside him on his ranch, herding cows around and helping to milk some of them in the mud. And because of that, things have finally calmed down and I can start to think again in peace. I've moved in with my boyfriend now, and in a couple of months, we'll be getting married and planning out our wedding together. I've made sure to block both my mom and sister to avoid them ever finding out about this. Although it really wouldn't matter if they did, because they're living very far away from us and have no mode of transportation to get them off that ranch. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.